What's going on down where?
Down somewhere else.
Down somewhere else? What? What are you talking about, man?
I'm not talking about anything. I didn't realize what was going on here. How did I get here again?
Who are you? And why are you in here?
I just got teleported from somewhere else. I don't even know where.
Oh yeah, teleportation skills. I
I
don't
started
believe
playing
it.
the Star Wars
I don't
game.
believe it
Next
for a
thing you know,
minute.
I show up here. I'm in the studio.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm the first one on the chat. First.
Hey.
First.
Claimed it.
Everybody's saying what's up. Revenator says what's up. What's
Hey,
up?
yo.
Yo. So I got to jump in really quick because I'm about to not have any territory battles to territory battle because they busted out really quick. And so we were having a little bit of audio difficulty. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
A little bit of...
We've got it set up, I think, about as loud as it's going to go. And hopefully you guys can hear us pretty good. So we'll try to make sure that we're projecting our voices for you guys. So,
I'll at least try anyways.
try.
Mic check, stream check. How are we looking over there?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right, let's do this.
Test.
Yeah. Tisk. Test.
One day I hope to actually see characters like that in my territory when I'm actually going in there going, hey, here's what you have available for this actual territory war.
See,
Great.
oh no, something is 3-starred already.
Oh.
No. Oh, it's 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, ooh, cool. All right, let's do this. We gotta hurry up. This is light side. That requires Rogue One. This is light side and Rebels. Okay. So I'm gonna go.
Snag it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go light side real quick, and shoot. This is a light side. I always use resistance down here, but why not? They can handle it.
That's my go-to team. I never have a problem with them.
They're a pretty good team.
Obviously,
I
I'm a
like
little
'em.
bit limited in my selection when it comes to that, though. So.
All right, so let's throw some rocks because that always works good in combat. I'm always like, yeah. Oh my gosh, 1x speed. That has got to go.
Thought you wanted to watch it in slow-mo. Really get down the technique of Ezra's swing, you know?
Yep. Whap. I wanted to call Ezra. I'm not sure why I called him, but that's all right. We're in section 1, so we'll be
right.
aight.
Uninstall the emulator, put it back on.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I blame mostly this guy right here.
The new
for all
update. The
problems.
new update is terrible. I had to uninstall, reinstall. If you're having issues playing the game, that's what you got to do: is uninstall, reinstall. And the other half of this is going to be coming out. So let's daze this guy. Whap. Ah.
Shut down.
I thought I was targeting the back commander, but apparently not. Let's daze him.
He didn't want to be
Whap.
taunting right now. Okay, wait for his dead.
Throw some
now.
rocks. I love when people are like, you don't play him right. This is phase 2.
You
It's
don't
actually
play
not
him
too.
right. Well, you're the one watching my video for info on this game, so I'll just say that.
Oh no, I'm sure anyone who loves their Phoenix probably play them better. There's a ton of teams, you know. I've got First Order guys who are like, you know, they know First Order like the back of their hand, and so I know First Order, but not like some of those guys for sure.
My arena team and my Phoenix squad is where I'm kind of forced into really getting to know them and feel them out and know all the ins and outs of them, and there's plenty of other characters there.
Notice how
available,
it rearranges all the characters every single battle. Does that mess with your OCD, or do you not have OCD?
Oh yeah, if things aren't lined up correctly or certain straight lines that I think should be aren't there, I just starts to play with my head back here, but I'm really good about keeping that back there. So
Whop.
years
Daze.
of practice.
I love that. Call to assist, put a daze down, and then he gets to attack twice because they were debuffed.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice, baby. Dum dum dum.
Love stacking those buffs above them.
Dum 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 dum. Kanan, what do you think of Kanan? You got to see that. That show's been out now for a couple weeks, so if somebody hasn't seen Rebels, that's kind of on them, right?
Yeah, true. Spoiler alert either way.
Spoiler
but,
alert,
yeah.
definitely. Mute your mic or mute your audio.
But yeah, definitely a little sad to see Kanan go. Not a fun episode, but still great, good Star Wars content. So much in that one show that I wish we could see more of in movies, but I'll take what I can get at this point because it was just got such great tie-ins. There's so much lore and history around that they actually kind of shoved into there. And ironically enough, one of the episodes we actually watched from Clone Wars ended up being the next episode we watched in Rebels, suddenly referenced right back to that one scene that he showed me. So I was like, hey, what do you know? They were listening in on our conversation.
Yes, if you're unsure what that is, in episode 316 of the Clone Wars, best episode in history of all mankind, you have to go see it if you haven't seen it. It has the planet where the Force goes through, and it has the father, the daughter, and the son, and the son's pure dark side Force, and the daughter's light side Force, and Anakin has to like submit these two beings to kind of prove he is the chosen one. If you haven't seen it, that you should go check out. It's my singular favorite scene of all time. It's absolutely insane. But I made him watch that last night because I was like, "You haven't seen that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "You haven't seen that?"
Twisted my arm.
No,
Oh,
you
watch
haven't
more
seen
Star
that?
Wars.
And so we went and watched that, and then last night we watched Star Wars, and sure as day, they actually brought that portion of episode 316 into last night's episode. So I was ridiculously excited about that. That was pretty awesome. So yeah.
We had to pause the episode for a second and be like, "Hey, yeah, I know, just totally looked at that. That's awesome."
So, other than me having like every character and you not having every character, we got to kind of get over that because you're free to play and I'm not. But
making progress though.
yeah,
Making progress.
but what do you see is different aside from that?
Oh, as far as the updates? Or...
No, as far as like when you're looking at the game and how I play versus you play, I mean, what do you see that's kind of different from the way you handle yourself in, let's say, territory battles versus maybe the way I handle myself? I know the first answer is always, well, you have everything, so you can just take in whatever the hell you want. That kind of
yeah,
is
that.
true.
But I guess when it comes to having a team at that point and seeing how you, like, obviously Phoenix Squad being one that I use regularly, you do use them a little bit differently than I do, but I think that comes a little bit more from your background knowledge. Obviously, you have a better idea of the characters' synergy with each other, and I more or less just know that this is a powerful one. Oh, this is a good one to debuff with. Okay, let's try that. You know, it's a little bit more basic for how I do it, whereas his probably comes with, okay, yeah, I know that this particular character from this backstory does this, and they put this ability on him with this particular, attribute.
He's giving me way too much credit. Way too much credit.
I can see the gears turning really fast.
This is how Warrior plays. I won! I won!
Hitting buttons is fun.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel like I play. So I guess it just really all depends on how you feel about yourself. But watching you play seems like there's a little bit more method to it, whereas mine's more reactionary.
A little bit. I like to make fun of myself. I always say if you can't make fun of yourself, you shouldn't be making fun of other people. Mm-hmm. You only get permission to have fun with other people if you can have fun with yourself. So
especially have to take it if you dish it out.
Yeah, you got to be able to take it if you're going to dish it out. Had a fun trip. That was a fun trip I had.
Jelly of that for sure.
Yeah, you got to see some of the footage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call Ezra. He's my damage dealer. What was your you got to see some of the footage of, let's talk about Darth Sion and Traya and all of that. So Darth Sion puts this new debuff called Pain onto a character, and then that character is forced to hit Sion and only Sion, because he'll taunt, but only taunt during their turn. When they have that Pain debuff. There is some bugs, by the way. I caught some bugs in there where like BB-8 ended up having Pain and countering Darth Vader versus actually being forced to go with Darth Sion. So they got to work some stuff out, but that's the theoretical. Yeah, that's the theoretical thing that's going to happen. What are your thoughts on a Pain debuff, and how does that fit in with Darth Sion? I mean, he is the Lord of Pain.
So basically, that's one that you can only activate towards that one character for only a couple of turns, or is that something that actually is a taunt for a couple of turns?
It's as long as the Pain debuff is on their head, they have to, when it's their turn, if they have the Pain debuff, they have to hit Sion. It's 100% of the time if they have the debuff. If they don't have the debuff, they can hit whoever they want. If they have the debuff, then they can't.
So he's a situational taunting tank.
Yes, that's the whole point. That's why that's why they built him like that, because he's kind of like General Kenobi, right? General Kenobi, somebody else takes crit hit immunity, and then he taunts. This guy says, "You've got Pain. You and I are fighting. You and I. It's mano a mano. Like, let's do this." And
there may be a squad here, but I'm calling you out.
And he gets 100% tenacity. So that person, that character that's being called out, isn't going to debuff him because he's got a natural like 35% tenacity plus the 100% tenacity. He's at a base 135% tenacity. Good luck, if somebody mods for tenacity on him, you're just not going to land anything except for the obvious 15% of the time. And so
something all you Krakens out there probably already know all too well. Oh yeah, just went ahead and paid all that away, no problem. God mods all through.
But he's gonna change the game in that sense. Now he's situational, and I love this is what they've done with the game. All the new characters that are coming out, like Jedi Training Rey, she is decent in another squad. She's phenomenal in her squad. Like what she does with her team is amazing. But if you take her out and just plug her into another team, she's just kind of meh. And they're doing this with all the new characters now. They make them OP, like overpowered, but they're only overpowered in a situation, and that limits their viability for being overpowered. And that's key because they kind of broke the game with CLS. You can plug CLS in anywhere, and he's just as good as he always is, you know, in that particular situation. So, boy, I'm taking my happy time, aren't I?
Well, you know, they're sitting there waiting patiently for you. They're just like, yep, we know what's going to happen. Come on and bring it.
I know, right?
Got to feel like after a while, the characters in your particular game have to go, all right, yeah, we know who's playing here, so we kind of go along with it. Not much we can do about it.
Yeah.
Then, of course, RNG kicks in, and then some days just more frustrating than others, but I assume after a while they know who's playing.
This debuff, or this buff right here, Gorilla Strike, is the same symbol that was green that was in my testing when I was testing. Some of the characters had that over their head, and it means something different in the dev account. So it was like armor penetration or something, and R2 kept putting it up, but it's interesting. Let's put some days down.
That's something I do kind of wonder if it was reactionary on the developer's part, seeing as how CLS is such an overpowered character, and like you say, plug and play, and you can kind of put him anywhere.
Yeah,
it seems like a lot of the new characters that are coming out.
I'm gonna auto this.
Yeah, might as well just let it run. But it seems like a lot of the new characters that are coming out, they seem like they're trying to do that and put them more in their element and have them be a situational tune or character, or have them work with only, you know, certain dark side, Sith, all that. So it seems like they're being a bit more pointed or direct as to what they're coming out with, as opposed to just, here's this great new character, you can put him anywhere and everybody's going to hate you because you didn't get him first.
So I'm missing a lot of the comments, and I apologize. Playing and reading and talking, and it's all too much. So I'm missing,
trying to get together last
yeah,
second.
and trying to make sure the stream health is good and all. It's just like 10 people trying to do one thing. So because I'm only one person, so I'm missing most of the comments. I apologize. I traditionally am a little more involved in the comment section. However,
we're not ignoring you.
If you tag me like Command 47 did, I can answer you. I'll see it's highlighted, and I'll know that's what you're trying to ask. So he asked, am I going to share my notes from the trip on the raid, specifically like phases 1, 2, 3, 4, what you have to fight, how you have to fight them, what strategies, what teams you should take in? Yes. Specifically, we will be making a video on the raid. That's coming out. It's temporarily unavailable, and the reason is they have to give us a green light, and when they give us a green light, we can put stuff out. It's all on their timeline, not mine. Trust me. If it was my timeline, I would have live streamed it from the event. You would have seen my reaction, and it would have been probably way more fun to watch than just kind of a video a week later. But you know, they
all learned it together.
They kind of wanted to have assets available for us to show, so it wasn't just me sitting here going, you know, they wanted me to have some assets to kind of showcase, and that is not. I won. Shoot. I'm glad that worked out. So.
I just won? High score, what does that mean? Did I break it?
Yeah. By the way, I don't even know if I'm top or bottom. That sounded really dirty.
In regards to? Context can be such a major problem.
For where I deploy. I'm just curious where I deploy. I don't even know. And I don't even know if I'll get to deploy by the time I do this. Okay. I'm part of the South group. All right. I need to hurry up and come up here and... all right, this is...
Playing a lot of catch-up right now.
Yeah, this is light side, and this is Rebels. So let's take in some Rebels, and definitely not her. And let's do Ahsoka.
Oh, why not? I love her pistol whip.
You know, I don't have any days in here, and that's a really important mechanic, but I think we'll be all right.
Oh, you got the stun from R2 that occasionally works.
Stun from R2, yeah. Okay, so Glenn Hurley asks if they mentioned anything else about anything else, and trust me, we all went in there thinking we were gonna like interview the developers and like, man, you gotta tell us about the new updates in QOL and blah 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 blah, and they were like, stop, we're here for one thing, guys, stop, we're not talking about all that. So they were singularly focused. There was a reason. They've been putting in a year worth of work on this raid, and they really needed us to concentrate and focus on what was at hand. There were some obviously new characters coming into the game, which we've already talked about. Darth Traya, in all of her magical glory.
The Darth,
so pretty cool.
Bringing some balance to the Galaxy of Heroes side.
Keyboard the Planet Eater says, do you want some pixel fan art? I've recently started on my channel. Yes, of course. It says, what do you think of a timeout team with Zol and Sith Trooper and Kenobi and Barriss? I think you're evil. You're just evil inside trying to come out with those teams. Everyone's like, yeah, let's bring back timeout teams. I'm like, stop it. You're evil. Stop.
certain people are glad to see that kind of stuff go away.
I know.
Of course, it all depends, I guess, where your roster is.
Let's get rid of the ops guy because he gets rid of all of our buffs. We need to stay stealth. Stealth is a great mechanism so they don't counter you. So that'll be good.
Still love their AoEs at that point, but at least you can hide a little
Teals
bit.
says CG's not finished and rendering, therefore they can't release them to show it off. It's a rough outline. They thought they were going to have it all ready to go. In fact, I think we were supposed to go there and actually game capture footage of the raid itself, but as everything production goes, you have to lay out a plan and do your best, and then when the plans, aren't where they need to be, it's all right. You just you roll with it, and
sometimes improvise.
You improvise and you roll with it. I know a lot of people are like, "We're getting Darth Sion. That's it. A marquee character. I'm pissed. I'm free to play. That sucks." What do you think of a tank that works for Sith that you're going to be giving it 3 stars? Who will be viable at 3 stars? Are you happy about that, or are you pissed?
I like being given characters and I'll just hit and farm. Obviously, to try and get them to 7-star at some point becomes a question later on as to whether or not I can actually farm them or they become free to play or not. But if they do make them viable at 3 stars, I'm okay with that because obviously I know they're in it to make money when it comes right down to it, so I can't complain too loudly about that because this game, compared to a lot of other games, has a really good balance of being able to allow Krakens and free-to-play guys actually being able to compete on a fairly level playing field.
I have to say, if you're free to play, this is one game that gives you the opportunity to actually compete. I have a lot of guys who every time the meta changes, it becomes their team that they've been playing, and they're in like the top 400, and they're like, I'm never going to be number 1. And then all of a sudden, Emperor Palpatine gets reworked. And they're like a bunch of Gear 10, Gear 11 Emperor Palpatine teams skyrocketing into the top 20, and we're like, holy crap, there's all these new people. And that wasn't the case.
They keep on knocking me back to 1,000. I haven't been there in a while.
1,000?
1,000.
Where are you at in ships? I know ships. You care more about ships, which I think is hilarious. But
not so much that I
like
care more about ships, but I try to spread myself evenly throughout everything, which can be a problem because then I spread myself too thin. But a lot of my ships has been, just end up turning out that way. I've been focusing equal time back and forth, and somehow they are starting to overtake my tunes a little bit in that regard. But my arena rank last time I checked was 76 in ships. And I made it all the way to like 430 or something in arena, but I keep on getting knocked back to where I can't really get above 700 anymore.
Yikes.
Or lower than 700, I should say.
Well, you do have a Darth Nihilus at gear what?
He's still at gear 8. Haven't been able to
gear
move him
8.
up yet.
That's right. You had gear for gear 9
for him.
and then you spent it on someone else.
I was too busy focusing on the new character or something like that, and I was like, oh, cool, I got that. Do it. And I went back to go put that on... I think I was intending it for Han, and I was intending it for
No, didn't you take Biggs or something like that because of his ship and ships to like gear 9 or 10 or...
Something like that, where anyways, I had intended for somebody else, and I ended up giving it to the wrong two, and I was just like, I've been trying to do that for like a week.
Yeah, what a mess.
Yep.
That's
one problem with the free-to-play. You do hyper-focus on one thing, and suddenly you don't realize that there's other characters that have a little plus sign pop up there, and you're like, oh, cool, gear. Oh, wait, no, that was for somebody else.
What do you think about all the new QOL changes? Like, they're putting all your favorites now at the very top everywhere. So you have to stare at your favorites everywhere you go. Are you a big fan of that?
I am a fan because it's a little more streamlined. A few less button clicks and tapping around to get to what you're actually looking for. I mean, in some regard, I guess if you're OCD and you just like the way it was lined up before, having your highest powered character in the top left or whatever, and then suddenly they're filled up with all these low guys, it can throw you off a little bit. But I guess for me, I kind of like...
it reminds you of who you're working on.
Yeah, exactly. Puts it right in my face instead of having to remember to go and actually do a drop-down menu, favorites, and then hit favorites, and then wait, no, not that one. Okay, yep, okay, there, favorites, good, got it. Okay, and then there they are. As opposed to, oh, hey, look, just throw my characters in there, they all at the top.
Damn, she does so
like
good.
it.
12K a hit, every hit, man. Sokatana Fulcrum she's my bae. B-A-E, bae. I'm so totally using that right now. That's, I think, the first time I've ever used that word in my life, but I'm using it. She's my bae.
I don't prefer it at all myself either. I kind of cringed a little bit, but to each their own.
All right, I'm having troubles with the last 3 nodes of Stage 8 Cantina. What's your recommendation? Also, I like the update to the stores. I do like the update to the stores. Oh, yeah, because you don't have to go buy stuff you don't need accidentally. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, hey, there's that shower drain I needed. And you click on it, and it's the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Wait, which mark is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
is it actually a 5 next, or does it Roman numerals again?
That was definitely a needed fix. Man, I got to kill these guys before they kill me. Whop.
I do like opening the shipments and seeing all the characters they have on there, and then it actually tells you how many shards you have without having to select them, and then wait 5 minutes for it to actually load, and then freeze something else, and then distract you from what you were doing.
So he asks us what we should use, and I would say it's Cantina. So you use your arena team, and if you can't beat it with your arena team, you're gonna have to keep developing your arena team. I mean, it's not like you're being restricted. You get to literally take anyone in.
Yeah.
You need to take the most synergistic team that's durable. So if you've got teams that can like regenerate health and protection, or any characters you can bring in, like a Z Barris or something like that, then that's going to help for sure with that. So that's what I recommend. But I mean, it's your arena team you get to take in. So hopefully that helps.
And my arena team was doing good there for a while, but they're not enough to even take out the last few nodes of Cantina. So even I'm still sitting, I think, with like 4 or 5 left.
Some Jacob John says, at first he thought I was a teenager, like 20 years old, which, by the way, for the record, a teenager is under 20 years old. Not trying to be rude, but that would be a misconception, 20, 21-year-old. But I get it. I get that from a lot of people that are like, whoa, he's like 40. What the heck? So yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
Even when I first met him, I assumed 28, and you were a little bit closer to it back then, but that was my first assumption.
So Commands 47 asked about the pain debuff, and he said, what if it's someone who can ignore a taunt? And as far as I know, the pain debuff overrides all of that and requires you to hit him when they have pain. When they have pain, they have to hit him. However,
Bummer.
Boba Fett...
I say sorry, Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett has the ability to target whoever, and so does Han Solo. And so that's to be tested and to be determined, to be honest. I haven't actually tested that. There's just so many questions that come out. Like, this is the deal. They go, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that. And you're like, the straight's amazing.
Smoke starting to
and it's like, Darth Treya, and then they're like, okay, now record. You got, here's an iPad, figure it out, and you got a couple hours. And you're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And I had Riemann, who's awesome, by the way, from the Alliance, and Riemann's like, he's like, let's just do the meta. Let's do the meta. Let's start looking that up and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, it says, when CLS was meta, I followed your recommendation for Team CLS R2, Han Solo, Ol Ben, and Arhan. I love that team. It was great defense for Territory Wars. Glenn Hurley. Yes, and that CLS will have a rise. He's like the best counter for the Sith. In fact, when I was losing with any of the Sith teams, it was always to a CLS team that had comparable mods in the testing. So you definitely... for anybody who has CLS is going to be happy. I know everyone's like, oh, they're bringing out a better, more overpowered character every 5 minutes, and how are we to do this? And it's like, not really. They're bringing out
CLS is still holding his own.
Specialized units. By the way, did you just see that? She just did like 70K.
Nice.
She's wrecking fools.
I got a 7-star Ahsoka Fulcrum, but don't have the gear, don't have the
You
credits.
have Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, 7 stars?
I do.
How did you get her 7
she's sitting
stars?
pretty low on there. I did pay a little bit of money. I think I was doing like $20 a month at some point for like 2 months, and I was able to get enough crystals to actually go for that. But obviously, doing my dailies the way I normally do it, I can get 100+ crystals a day. So when you're really good about it, you can actually save up, and when you hyper focus on one character that only drops in the store, and you finish them off, and then they go and drop them in ship's currency, and suddenly you realize you wasted all that money. It kind of tells you, all right, just stay free to play.
Yeah. So Vigilant Sentinel is really testing me. He gave me a $2 donation, so thank you, man. Thank you very much. He asks your thoughts on Darth Nihilus wiping out the Miracula. Interesting. First off, I know about a lot of what he went out and did because of his consumption of entire races and entire groups and species. But I am not super up on that, and I guess I would just be totally and completely and utterly bullshitting you. Excuse my language. This is normally PG. If I tried to go into that story. But what you have done is inspired me to go actually check it out and read it, because now I want to know about that specific story. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I thought I knew something about Star Wars for a while until I started doing the live streams and talking to more people and realizing that there's a lot of characters out there that I don't know about when I thought I had a good amount of knowledge.
Oh, Jacob John says, hey, teenagers in Denmark are considered basically teenagers until they're 21, until they're adults. So, hey, that makes sense. By the way, I'm Danish. I have a second generation Danish family that literally came to America. So I have family in Denmark, so that's pretty awesome. Love the Danish love is strong with this one.
And it just means you can just stay younger there longer.
Yeah. Do you want me to really challenge myself? Let's do Ewoks.
Yeah.
Let's do Ewoks. I've never ever used my Ewoks in here, and I want to use my yep. I want to use my Ewoks in here. What the heck? Where the heck is my? I need my damage dealer. There we are. Wicket! Yay, Wicket! All right. I have no idea. I've never taken them in. They make me nervous. They make me nervous. I've got them, 3 of them gear 11 and 2 gear 12. So, I mean, they're strong and they're going against trash. So, let's do this. Boom! Foresight. You're not hitting me. AoE watch all the turn meter. Blow! Everybody's got full turn meter. I do love the Ewoks. They're dope. They're really fun. They're really fun to play. Super good times.
I used to just think they were just an annoying team, but come to find out, they actually got something worthwhile.
SNNN10S asks it. He went in on Phoenix for Thrawn and stuff because he's a brand new player. Should he go all out and do their Zetas and make them in-game, or should he start to focus on other characters? If you're free to play or whale, it depends. If you're free to play, move on, get to other teams. There's a lot of teams you have to chew through. But if you're Dolphin or whale, why not? They're actually a good in-game team, especially for territory wars and territory battles. So. All right,
Galactic War is definitely my go-to.
Let's mob this dude. Let's daze them all, even though there's nobody that could be called to assist. Let's do a basic. Whap, 12k. Basic, whap.
So powerful with all their moves, and half the time I want to go
what's funny,
cute little furballs.
What's funny is they don't do much damage. They're like, $6 grand, $6 grand. But they all hit a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, they're constantly hitting and giving each other turn meter.
Constantly coming at you. Whoa.
Dang, Danish Viking love, mate. Jacob says, here's $20. I appreciate that, brother. Very awesome. And yes, represent the Danish love. That's pretty dope, dude. Appreciate the donation. That's very kind.
Funny side note, if that's how you actually spell your name, that's how everybody always incorrectly spells my name.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob with a K?
Mm-hmm. I've even seen it as bad as Jacup.
He calls an assist, and they get extra turn meter. I'm going to hit an AoE, and everybody gets
another one.
Shout out to my friends in Galactic Booty Hunters. Yeah. Daddy Pants gives me $5. That's awesome. The Booty Hunters, the Galactic Booty Hunters. Now, I'm going to call to assist. And what's really cool about this is you get to stealth. So if you don't want a particular character dying, obviously you're not going to stealth your tank. But if there's someone else that you're afraid of losing, such as, there we go, pop. And they do a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and do some Foresight.
That's definitely something I noticed is different about your kill order compared to mine, because I usually go right for the probe droids off the bat.
Nah, probe droids are an issue if they're under 100% health, which he is, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was just sitting there waiting for him to explode on me.
But there's so much turn meter here that... Let's see. No. Boom. It's not going to do much.
Yeah.
They don't really do as much in PvE.
Probably leftover fear of them, because early on in territory battles, I was on a lower power team, obviously. So whenever they would actually explode, that would always be the end of at least one of my characters. So
see, here is that ability, Rebel Guerrilla Strike. Pretty awesome. Billy Gunn says he's switching his team to the Empire Sith lead with Vader, Thrawn, Nihilus. That's a really good team. Who would be the best for his other ones? Because he just unlocked General Kenobi, and he's free to play. So he says, who's going to be best?
Too. Whoop, whoop,
Kylo Ren Unmasked is a really great tank because he's free to play friendly. You get his ship, you get him, you get him fast. He's not a horrific, for tanks, he's not a horrific gear, and he's definitely going to help with getting the stun, because he can stun. He can take a ton of damage, so he's really durable. And you can give him a Zeta eventually, which gives him an auto taunt. And so the auto taunt works really well. Let's stealth. Excuse me. Let's stealth Logray. Let's go ahead and take out. This guy can cleanse. I don't like cleansers on the other team. Bam! 3. Let's daze him.
You mentioned Kylo Ren Unmasked, and now I'm thinking, I just got GK the other night too, right about the time that he's probably not going to be as big or prominent of a character anymore. And of course, I automatically think about that because he's a pretty terrible gear from what I'm told. So I'm not really looking forward to that.
Vigilant Sentinel gave us another $2. Man,
What?
that is very, very kind. It says, do you think clones should have a Mandalorian tag? And no, because clones are not. I know the basis of where they come from, Mandalore, that kind of thing, because that's where the DNA comes from. But no, I really don't, because the clones are the clones, right? They're a tool, a weapon created, and yeah, the DNA comes from a Mandalorian background, but I don't really feel like they played ever friendly with the Mandalorians, and so because of that,
Mandalorians are pretty picky about who they want to play nice with anyways, let alone even with the Empire. They still find a way to kind of backstab them a little bit here and there, then decide, oh wait, not a good idea, back to the Empire again.
Exactly. And by the way, I'm just doing basics to reset all of my cooldowns and stuff like that. And Command
Funny
says,
questions. Why are you doing it that way?
So there was a lot of good videos that came out over the last few days from all the different YouTubers, and so lots of great content to watch. Today's just my day to kind of relax, just have some fun. We're gonna call low grade to assist.
Already had a hurried rush to get everything all fixed and working appropriately, so now it's time to...
Whap, bap. I love it. Oh, let's mass attack this snow trooper. Hey, bow, bow.
And we'll take down all of your protection. One side note here, I don't know exactly what you guys are expecting with throwing money up here, but being on stage and all that kind of makes me feel a little bit awkward as to what exactly you're trying to get out of that. So just to
put the dollar bills in your...
Just to clarify,
yeah, put the dollar bills
in
your waistband and just keep moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I might dance a little bit, but at least going to keep that part PG as well.
All right. We got a tank. He's going to end up taunting anyway. So let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Let's daze him. There's no reason to daze. I'm just using mechanics to use mechanics. It's good practice. If I had a particular character I was going against, that ability block sucks. Man, the Stormtrooper is very, very tanky. Super annoying.
And then other times he's not. And then when you really need him to not be, then suddenly he's just OP. You don't know why.
And
thanks, RNG.
I was just asked by Thoka if I thought Visas Mar would be good in Arena, very specifically anti-Sith. And I did a number of tests, and let me just say that every test I did with Visas Mar and all the different teams, I lost every team or every battle until I put her with CLS. I didn't try every possible team composition, but I tried a lot. She's really more PvE. She's long-term against lower level. You know, in PvE, they don't hit for nearly as much as Arena, but they hit you a lot. She's constantly countering the Sith and healing her team and debuffing, cleansing her team. So pretty awesome. Daddy Pants gives 2, says, dance monkeys. Dan, 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 dan. No, I'm just kidding. That was terrible. GT5TV
You
says...
did say monkeys. Were you talking about Donkey Kong? I can start throwing barrels at you.
That'd be dope if we could throw barrels. We got another $2 from GT15TV. Says, is it worth to Zeta a character just for their ship? If you're free to play or a newer character, somebody who's not been in very long, no, not at all. Just
a good use of them at that
Just
point.
get them as high as you can. For someone like me... Yes, I actually have done that a couple of times where I threw a Zeta on a character I didn't want to throw a Zeta on just because it was going to give me a slight bit more speed and health. And at that point, it was that competitive. I needed that extra, health and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, and if you're free to play like me, too, a Zeta is suddenly more of a necessity than anything if it's a matter of what you're actually doing at the time. Because I had a few options when they recently gave out enough to Zeta one character. They just kind of gifted it to you. I think it was to make up for some kind of a glitch. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But when I got that, I was sitting there going, this is so cool. Now what do I do with it? So we talked about it a little bit back and forth, and at the time I was going for my 7-star Thrawn, and that was a good Zeta for Zeb.
That was awesome. Got 4 dazes on that.
Nice.
All right.
Which mine landed like that, but yeah, I think depending on where you're at in the game, free to play, that really dictates where your Zetas go. So.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and do this because I don't want them hitting me. So a little foresight goes a long way. Let's stealth. He's got the least amount of protection, so let's stealth him. And let's start going
Can't pass
for...
up a weak character you know is just about to go.
And Stormtrooper Commander, for the record, won't make somebody else taunt. Only Snowtrooper Commander.
Right.
So you got to make sure that you have the right kill order. So I'm going to go ahead and save those other 3 till the end. Saving my days.
Not to mention, it's just annoying when he throws that heal for everybody when you're like, oh, I'm so
There
close
we
to
go.
knocking you out.
All right, and then now there's 3 of them. I'm going to go ahead and go after this guy. And the reason is when he gets hurt, goes under 100%, one of the other guys is going to taunt. And the other guys are not elite. And so I'm trying to get one of the non-elite to taunt. So I'm going to go after this guy and watch what happens when I hit him. Boom. And then he taunts. Dang it. All right, let's call Wicket.
I'm going to try him not to do what he just did.
Yeah, I know. Let's daze him. Refresh the daze, and we'll go ahead and stealth. Low gray. Called 2 assists. Love that. That's all right. He has daze, so he's not going to counter anyway. Hey, let's buff ourselves. Yay. And he taunts. There we go.
As if they weren't annoying enough. Here's a few more buffs.
Yeah, we'll do low gray. I don't have all their Omegas either. I need to get their Omegas put on because... so you know how Phoenix Squad has the uniques, where if you Omega all the uniques, they all kind of share their abilities with each other? These guys don't do that. But they do something similar on their basics because they call a lot of assists. If you call one of them on their basic, if you have their Omegas, they will share an ability such as critical damage, critical chance, tenacity, defense. Like they put up a special buff.
Stacking offense.
Yeah, if you call them to assist. And so it's kind of like Phoenix in that sense because you can really decide what you want to bring in. These guys did awesome. I don't know why I was worried. They smoked.
Held their own. And didn't
Yeah,
really
they
get damage
smoked
at all.
that. They did really, really well.
So moral of the story, with Phoenix, sharing is caring. With Ewoks, a little more selfish.
Yep. All right, so I got all those battles up there done. So I'm going to go ahead and come here, and I'm going to deploy.
Deploy.
Actually, I still have, my special mission, but I'm going to deploy all of them. And the reason is I'm not going to get to deploy if I don't hurry up and do it. And then I can come and do the special mission because everybody else is left over in there. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
Dang it,
Done,
when the
done,
time
and done.
dictates the move.
I know. I can't believe I made it in time to even get my battles done. I was worried about that. We were trying to do it, and then I was like, oh, crap, we got to update the emulator. We got to update, this and that. It was crazy.
It's not working. Suddenly open it and brrrr, sign in, sign out, sign in, sign out.
All right, Rogue One. I love Rogue One. I think they're a great team. They're still a good team.
Another one, but we weren't asked to dance this time. Thank you.
Reached my personal $10 limit. Stay on the good foot. That's an interesting saying, Daddy Pants. I appreciate it. Thank you. Namaste, namaste.
I try to stay in the good foot, but then I realize my balance is bad.
Yeah. No, I
Gotta get my chakras and no.
No, I like them because they were one of the first teams to ever bring basically every good debuff into a team where between them all they could do basically every debuff in the game at the time when they came in, and so they were able to. It's a control team. It was like the first control team ever made, and a control team can basically beat anything. That's the whole point of a control team, is you can manipulate and control how the battle goes.
Put in the right place. Very effective weapon.
A little bit of scotch goes a long way.
That would have been a good idea.
I know, I should have done that. That would have
My
been
coffee's
great.
getting cold for a different reason.
All right. So let's see. Okay, so Trash is here. So we're gonna go for the ST driver because he can cleanse the team, and of course, I don't want them to cleanse. By the way, look at all those
Let's
buffs. Look at all those buffs I've got.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
The characters may be
36K.
looking like they're ready for it, but really all those buffs are saying is check them out.
I know, right? The Gun Club. Oh, I could try and stun him, but what I'm gonna do is an AOE and give it to Cassian because I freaking love Cassian, dude. Cassian is underrated
He is
for
very much
sure.
so.
And he gets to throw his debuff bomb. And the thing about the debuff bomb is it doesn't trigger as an AoE, as an attack, because it doesn't do any damage. So he just gets to put all that down. And then, of course, we get that attack from K2SO. Now,
So not just a dope rap rhyme.
yeah. And we'll just do basic. Why not? But the debuffs are where it starts to really fall apart for him. If we watch the debuffs, the debuff game, I mean, it starts to take a lot. They start to take a lot of damage. Let's take away his speed up. Boom! Whap. And we'll go now to the commander. Bop. And let's daze the droid. Bop, bop. Let's throw the bomb again. It's getting really bad. Watch all the...
And here he goes again.
And then, the exposed... This was also one of the first exposed teams, and this is why Exposed didn't work right with Resistance for a very long time, and everyone knows that. They had to like fix them this year, and before they were fixed, this team worked right. And so this was really the first amazing Exposed team that was introduced into the game, and it's still an amazing Exposed team. So pretty awesome. By the way, this is only 3 rounds because this is a special mission.
Mm-hmm. Always used to seeing that 6 up there going, oh, wait a minute.
So Command 47 asked about Treya, said, did you get to test Treya out? I didn't get to test her out. I can say I saw gameplay footage, and I saw her abilities in basic play out. I will tell you, they are creatively making her, in my opinion, one of the coolest looking characters ever put into the game. If you know Darth Treya, before when she was Kreia, she was light side. And she was very strong on the light side, and then she moved to the dark side after her betrayal. So she became Darth Treya. Her sabers, she has 3 of them. Actually, she has 4 of them. She started embracing a red saber crystal, a kyber crystal, that because of her mutation to the dark side. She had a red saber that she used, much like all the other Sith. But she had her 3 purple sabers, much like Mace Windu, because Mace Windu could control both sides of the Force. And so she has purple sabers. Now,
because Mace Windu is just BA.
This is the deal. She's Legends, right? So there's not a whole lot out there. There's a game. There's a couple books. There's some comics. There's a little bit of info on Wikipedia. But there's not a whole lot on her. And there wasn't a bunch of direction on what they had to do. They just knew that she had to kind of look a certain way. And she had 3 sabers. So they got a lot of creative juices flowing and got to make her in an amazing way. And she has 3 sabers, man. I mean, it's absolutely insane. She has this energy about her, and she can just surge that energy through the ground and just boom, smash you from the ground up. It's an impressive graphic. She can have her sabers. Of course, we all know she has her 3 sabers. She can be like, go, and the sabers just go and tear someone up, and then they come flying back. I mean, it's like amazing. And there's like lightning going all around her, and the lightning connects her to her sabers, and they're just like at one in peace, in harmony with her. It's sick. I can't wait for the triumvirate to be playable to where we earn her. It'll probably take 4 to 6 months minimum before we start seeing these teams, but that's the future meta. And if you guys think Scion looks good now, Scion with Darth Nihilus and Darth Treya is stupid, because every time they take any damage whatsoever, and by the way, they're huge targets, they're like big time problems. Every time somebody hits Nihilus or her, it does his cooldown reduction, the 15 cooldown reduction, so he gets to use his AoE dispel that gives him pain. Or not the AoE dispel, but his special unique buff that brings him back to life. And his unique buff that brings him back to life, once he has it, and there's only a couple of three guys who could kill him and keep him dead. That's Boba Fett's, execute. Yep. Death Trooper's death mark, and then of course annihilate with another Nihilus, which is why everyone's going to be running Nihilus, because they're going to need that annihilate.
Finally ahead of the curve.
I know. So it's going to be crazy, really, really crazy. Let's see.
So if nothing else, even if some of these characters come out and kind of have a Marauder issue where it's like, okay, yeah, we claimed all this and it didn't come out that way. If nothing else, they got style points. I mean, who wouldn't like to have a character with extra lightsabers and being able to toss those around and have cool theatrical lightning and all that? So if nothing else, it'll just be cool to watch.
I just put my tenacity up in perfect time. Now they're not going to be able to do anything, and I'm debuffing. I just got to kill this guy. There we go. Now I'm good. There's nobody that's going to get rid of my buffs. I've got tenacity up. See all the debuffs? There's an expose, an offense down, defense down, and ability block. I get to pass that to whoever I want. This Stormtrooper commander here and this commander here, I'm going to go ahead and cripple him. Pow, with all the debuffs. Not all of them applied. Yep, not all of them applied. Should have, but it didn't. But again, it goes through the potency tenacity check for every single one of them.
A lot of numbers being ran there all at once.
Yep. So G15 TV gave another $2. Thank you again. I can't believe the generosity today. Everybody's being very, very generous today. That's very sweet.
They all understand tech problems. They're like, oh, dude, I know the pain.
I know. By the way, my tech problems aren't much of a problem, because my patrons have taken very good care of this channel, and the new mic, the new 4K Sony high def camcorder, you know, the lights, the green screen, all of this is because of them. They're pretty awesome. So it's all because of patrons for sure.
Patrons?
Yes, patrons, definitely. Pat yourselves on the back. They're awesome. They're the better part of my day. I get to go in and like chat with them anytime I want. I can go in and see how they're doing, and it's good times. Love it.
I got another meeting with my Star Wars support group. Oh, what
Yeah.
for? Oh, talking about the problems of the game.
Oh, he hit. Dang it, he countered. Now I have to kill him.
He done did it. Now I gotta kill you.
He done did it, Aaron. You done did it,
Done
Aaron.
messed up, Aaron.
You done messed up, Aaron. That's such a funny.
Say it right.
Yeah.
Present.
Aaron. That is such a funny sketch. Oh my gosh, that's a funny sketch.
If nobody has ever seen the East-West Bowl by Key and Peele, highly recommended.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I love Key and Peele before they had their own show. Their own show is okay. It's just not as funny as when it was on the Comedy Channel.
I watch a lot of the videos. I still don't know which one's Key and which one's Peele, but hey, Key and Peele, all right.
Yeah, and they're kind of a 18 and over, so for anybody.
Yes.
Some of their stuff isn't. Some of their stuff's funny, but they really go there and go
Offensive
places.
warnings.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, trigger
Did
warning,
you
careful
see my
snowflakes.
Did you see my last video where I did the kind of the little vlog beginning? I guess a lot of people loved that vlog beginning. I've never really done a vlog, so I just slapped that together and was like, screw it, I'm just gonna show them a little bit of the trip there. And like that day was so busy, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. I had to drive from home to work, which took a half hour. I had to go to work. I had a ton of like stocking and other stuff I had to do. And then I wanted to like show leaving and catching my first flight and second flight. And by the way, those weren't my planes. Of course, everyone's like, your plane got a paint job. And it's like, oh man, that was metaphorical. Me taking off, me landing. I did a couple of flights and I got there at night.
There's a turnover in the sky. You know, they just put a little bridge between two of them, had to transfer everybody over. It's, normal.
And it was like 8 o'clock at night, or I'm sorry, it was like 10 o'clock at night when I got to the hotel. I had to take an Uber. The guy was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, he's like, oh, no, don't show me. And I'm like, okay, I'll edit that out. But
Don't worry, I didn't want you in there anyways.
I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm just somebody famous, no big deal. But no, he was like, no, don't film me. So that was a terrible example of his voice, but that's okay because nobody got to hear him, so they have no idea that I'm way off on that. So anyway,
He was actually a large white man. I didn't know.
yeah, he was like, "Hey man, get out of my car." No, but I got there and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and then what I didn't do, and dang it, I should have, was I didn't take my camcorder throughout the rest of the next day because they said no filming, and I was like, so I didn't, but I could have. Most of it up until that like period of time, and vlogged the whole rest of the trip. So, and I didn't think it was going to be well received. I really didn't think anybody would care. Like they would say, "Oh, that vlog is dumb," but
Well, you know what you should do.
the
with
only
that?
people that said anything were people that said they loved it and that I should start doing vlogging. And I thought, wow, that's something I'd never considered. So if that's something you guys liked, make sure you talk to me about that and let me know, because holy Batman. Lots of snowtrooper commanders and snowtroopers with elite status. Let's get
come
rid
on,
of
game.
this
You got some serious
snowtrooper.
whitewashing going on here. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what.
Oh, Days. Oh, this is good. Days, the snowtrooper. Please land. Bam, landed. Let's throw some debuffs. Oh, and I get to pass the Days. Let's put some. Oh
pass the
man,
baton
dang
here.
it! They've got ops, so I'm screwed. I can't even cleanse right now. I gotta hold my cleanse. Let's try and kill this guy because he's dazed. Wha-pa! 16,000. Okay, I want to spread days to someone else who's terrible. Let's sprays it to the ops. Pow! Look at all that debuffing. Now let's go ahead and give Cassian another turn. Yay! Gets to
Wiped
throw
him
another
out.
debuff. Oh, he taunted.
Oh.
That's okay because Baze is almost ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, Snowtrooper Commander.
Still ability blocked. Now, what you should do with the whole YouTube vlogging thing, if people are going to give you a hassle about, you taking a camera somewhere, just as a test to see if it actually works, because, in a lot of places, in certain situations, if you dress the right part and you act right, you can just practically walk into anywhere if you think, assume you're supposed to be there or whatever, but just get one of those press pass badges and then put it in there that says, it's okay, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
See how many people actually let you get away with that.
I love the Snowtrooper Commander when he's by himself. He's like, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, yeah, buff, 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 buff. And then he's over there like, oh, damn it. Where's my guys?
I got this. I don't got it.
This is, yeah, I got it. I don't have it. Watch this, watch. Bam, K2SO for the win.
With the right hook.
Molly says, I heard about your YouTube name. What a story, man. The things you've been through. And something that's kind of irony. We were just talking about this morning. That's not even all of the stories. Like, I'm an onion, you guys. I'm an onion.
Just gotta peel back all these layers.
Yeah, you got to peel them back. I don't come out and like tell everybody every story every time just because there's no need for that. But you know, when someone when someone asks about certain things, some patrons had kind of found a news article some time back, and they were like, "Super Cop, really, Super Cop?" And I was like, that's a story. So that's a story for another day. Maybe people can figure that out. But yeah, there's a bunch of stories. My life is just filled with craziness, and I think everybody else out there has craziness. Craziness just looks different. But yeah, that was fun. That was on Crazy Excuses channel, and she did like the history or story behind why everybody goes by what they go by. And for me, it's warrior, and I'm not the only warrior. Everybody's a warrior in my mind. Actually, that's not true. Everyone who overcomes their own personal adversity is a warrior, and so
and especially
most
comes
people
out better on the other end of it too, as opposed to using it as a victim mentality.
Yeah, actually, I have a lot of people who are like, you know, oh, I failed at this and I failed at that, and I'm not good at this and I'm not good at that, and I'm like, so hold on, so what you're saying is you're trying to play football, and you know, I'm talking about like a 16-year-old I was talking to, and he's like, I'm not good at football, not good at football at all, and I wish I was, and I keep trying to try on the team, and you know, they're letting me do the practice, but I'm not even able to make the team, and I shouldn't even be here, like I'm not worth it. And I said to him, are you making forward progress towards your own personal goal? And he said, well, and I said, be honest, are you making forward progress? And he said, yeah, last year I couldn't even make the team. Now they're letting me practice, and I'm getting better with the practices. You know, every practice I get a little better and a little better. You know, and someday maybe I'll play. And he's like, but I'm not successful. Like I didn't succeed. And you have to redefine success. I'm totally getting philosophical now. But but
there's a point to it.
But you have to redefine success, because to me, and this is just my humble opinion, success is any forward progress towards your goal. Success is not end goal. Okay? Success is not end goal.
It's not that I've arrived moment.
It's not an arrived moment. Success is constant, in the moment victories over something you're achieving, and it takes time, and it takes many victories, and it takes a process. And if you're moving forward, see, when you fail, that's when you stop. When you stop making your forward progress and you say, I can't make the team, I'm leaving, and I quit, and that you failed. You did not succeed. Success did not come to you because you allowed success to leave through your inability to continue forward towards the goal. Now, if your goals change, that's fine. I'm just saying, if it's a goal and you give up the goal because you don't feel like you can do it, then you can't do it because you've chosen to not be successful. But everybody who is still shooting towards that goal and moving forward towards that goal, no matter how small it is, it's still success. Success has to be redefined in your mind so that way you can achieve success in real life. And that's totally way off of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Moral of the story, if you suddenly wake up one day and realize you're going to change your major because you realize that a liberal arts major is not really worth anything in this world, that's okay. You've learned a certain way not to do things, and you've actually learned something.
Dang,
you can move forward more
poke,
now.
Poke.
Just a random example.
Hey, look it. Yay.
I was a business major, and I haven't done anything with it, so, you know, it's...
Awesome. A lot of the guys,
all those scores, and I never get to.
Yeah, a lot of the guys don't even get to play. Like, watch this. If they come in late, like if they come in late, it's done. That's why I like rushed in. I'm like, hey, we gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up.
There's not enough score for everybody.
Yeah.
What else do we have down here?
I don't know. You know what? To be honest, I don't know if I have anything. We're gonna have to just look. Let's see if we can give away anything. Hey. Those are hard. These are one of my least favorite farms.
Wisdom, and now here's some gear to go along with it.
Yeah. No, I hate Mark IVs. These are absolutely. I know a lot of people. They're like, I hate Mark III Carbantes. Shoot, we get those. Like they give them to us. Yes, we need 1 billion, but at least we get
Every
those.
character needs them.
Yeah, so you at least get you have forward progress, right? You know what I mean?
Right?
These bad boys. It is really hard to get forward progress on because you could farm 300 energy and get 1 or 2. And you got to get 50 to make 1 item. And when you get high end, where I'm at, and you're trying to like farm
it's 50
crap.
of those plus 50 of these, and then you get them complete that piece of gear, and then you need 2 of those.
No, like I'll show you what I'm. Oh, I gave him it. Okay, cool. Yep. And then I just asked for these. I can't give away what I just asked for because I'm farming my pop blue and low gray. So all right, cool. Let's do this. Oh shoot, I better get my free energy.
Can't let that pass by.
No, and then I haven't even done my let's do light. So I don't have any active light side battles that are hard that I want to do for the daily. And so to use the least amount of energy on light side and hard battles, I think, by the way, it's stupid to make us do specific things for the dailies when you don't need
Light
them.
side, hard
I think it
side,
should just
hard
be
mode.
like it's like 10 battles like they have, and maybe like I don't know, something else.
10 complete battles in light side or dark side.
But I don't have any darks, or I don't have any hard nodes that I need to farm at this very second,
Right.
which is not true for most people, I suppose. But wow, look at that. That's an interesting. Your head is blocking my reward. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the reason why mine aren't showing up, because I've seen that a couple of times recently, and it makes you wonder, is there gear that I didn't get, or is that just a glitch and it just didn't happen to show up the picture and it still ticks the number up?
This is what you are faced with when you're going to, I mean, it's just 1 stun gun, one gold stun gun, and inside you've
But to
got
make that
these
one stun gun,
Mark IV Bacta gel, 50 of them, which you can farm for, so that is a blessing. One of these
Don't drop
biotech
as good,
implants, which is 60 and 50, which you get the 60 eventually. A lot of people have a ton. Everybody needs them up the high end, so
yeah,
I
I do
don't.
have certain yellow level gear pieces that have like 2,000 of it.
You probably this is probably one of them, because for you,
be.
you're not even there with your characters yet. For me, this is what everybody needs.
I'm trying to get my wigs combo up to gear 12. I'm still sitting at 11, but that's a long road.
And then the prototype is 50, so you got to farm for 50 of these stupid guys. So I've got
And those
100.
don't drop very well.
Yeah, so there's 110 for that and 50 for that. So we're at 160. Then you come in. This is an old school Mark V stun gun that everybody should hate. And there's another piece down here, which look, I only have 4 of. That's actually a kind of a very valuable piece. So we're at 100.
I can hold the whole thing back when you got all the higher level gear. Then you got to go back to that one like, oh, wait, I still need 4 of those.
Yes,
or, you generally only need 1 of those.
161. Plus we need 50 and 50 of each of these, which I have that almost. And then I have nothing. Yeah. I gave all those away. I gave them all away to everybody. So now there's another 100. So now I need 261 hard to farm pieces for a singular gear piece. I built 2 of these in the last month for 2 characters. And that's why this thing is like built. I own one. I'm working towards another one, but I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use it until I can use it on Wampa, because see, Chief Chirpa, I could use it. By the way, did you see that? Simple Tactics. Zetaed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An Ewok? What?
I know. But see, I could totally use it. There it is.
Careful.
And I could get him to gear 12, and that would feel so good to get him off my favorites list.
Until you realize you needed to use that piece of gear for a different character.
Yeah, and that would suck. But I can't do that because my Wampa is... I'm 30 away, which means this territory battle in 4 days, when it ends, and in 4 days I get my rewards, I take him to 7 stars, and I get him to 7 stars, and that piece of gear gets him to gear 12. And then I can start to focus on getting his gear 12 pieces, because, dude, he's got some dope gear 12 pieces that make him do even more damage than he already does.
He's even more awesome than
By
he
the
already
way,
is.
boom, 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 boom. By the way, Furious Foe, a lot of people are like, should you do Furious Foe as a Zeta, blah, blah, blah. In the past, it's been an unnecessary Zeta. Going forward with the new meta, this is why you guys watch my live streams, right? Because you want good info. That is actually going to be a more critical piece of a pie if you're taking certain teams in, team compositions in. That ability to prevent them from health and protection regen is going to be huge. So definitely that is going to be important going forward. Also, I know a lot of people are scared about the new meta and they're like, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You're going to focus on now. I'm not even kidding you. The new most important Zeta on R2D2 is going to flip-flop. I'm not even kidding you. It's going to go, numbers crunch is like always, everybody's like the best Zeta in the game. You got to have numbers crunch. It is. It's awesome. It makes your team super durable. But in the future meta, durability is a little less important. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of squishier characters that weren't important and then weren't viable that are becoming viable again. Night Sisters are still very viable and squishy. You've got Emperor Palpatine that's making his rise. He's already now a third of the meta. That's absolutely crazy. And so, but we've got this new pain debuff, which can be cleansed. And if you've got a team like CLS with R2D2 with the cleanse capability, you can... As you crit, you cleanse yourself. And yes, you're going to feed a little bit of turn meter to that team, but you've got to have control, and pain messes with that control mechanism. And so it's going to be a natural way. It's the anti-pain. And the teams I struggled with when I was using Darth Sion always had R2D2 with the Zeta on combat analysis. I was just like, why won't the pain stay? Like, come on already.
Bring the pain train here and you're slowing it down.
Yeah, and with CLS and all of his, so for a lot of people, they're like worried about CLS going away. CLS already went away almost. I mean, he's really dropped significantly. Don't worry, he's gonna make a rise again. In fact, Rey, Jedi Training, I showed a video where she loses, but that same team I actually win with pretty handedly. It's all about kill order. So Rey's not going anywhere. It's going to be about mods. Rey teams can go first right now. It's like, if you understand the Sith teams, it's really, really hard to get them fast. Like these Sith are like naturally slower, especially Darth Vader is just like, I mean, he crawls. So getting him very fast is
Thank
nutty.
goodness he's tankier.
Yeah.
Which when you go off of this logic, if they're kind of going back around and bringing up some of these older characters or somebody that's a little bit lower powered or squishy and they're trying to make them more relevant, is the game going to last long enough that they're going to eventually come back around and make characters like Jedi Knight Guardian suddenly viable and actually worthwhile in an arena team? That would be pretty interesting one day.
Well, and Jedi Knight Guardian has some KOTOR and has one of the highest armor penetrations in the game. She just doesn't hit for anything. So it's like ability block if you're lucky, and when she hits for her 2,000, she hits for all of that 2,000. You know what I mean? Like the armor pen is not very good, but Han Solo's good. And so Visasmar will bring that new buff around that will allow for people to have a higher armor penetration, which will allow characters like Han Solo to actually hit for what he was intended on. I mean, that 45k on his special gets compressed, right? Again, especially against like, the tanks like Sith Trooper. And so it's nuts. Oh, and by the way, Darth Sion gets 100% defense, just like Sith Trooper does, when people are hitting him who have pain. And he does more damage, bonus damage to them as well. It's nuts. It's a really, 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 really cool idea for Lord of Pain, for them to have Lord of Pain with this unique pain debuff and the unique like one-on-one fighting, the isolation. He's isolated and he's in pain, so you're isolated and you're in pain, and you take more damage and he takes less damage, and you have to fight. So which is why cleansing is going to be hypercritical. In fact, Barasafi's probably going to see an increase, because really the only thing Barasafi was weak on was against the new Jedi Training Rey meta. And of course, there's a lot of people switching from Jedi Training Rey to that. So General Kenobi, Barasafi teams are going to have a significant rise. In fact, the developers did tell us that they fully expect General Kenobi, Barasafi, and Visasmar to have a team that will be very competitive in Arena. So they're really balancing out Arena and making so many teams viable and able to like beat certain teams but lose to certain teams. That balance is really important. So
Dark side, back to the knowledge of the game and your characters.
I got to do dark side battles. All right, dark side battles. What do I?
And I'm glad to hear you say that too, because now all of a sudden I'm happy again about being able to just unlock General Kenobi.
Dark side. These are light side, I think. Let me check. Yes, light side. Dang it. I know, it's like, what do I farm? Well, I don't know. I got to find something dark side to farm.
Because light side is the best side.
Mark 5 thermal detonator. By the way, those are one of the best, things you could possibly put on the thermal detonators. Mark 5s add a ton of armor and health steal. You want that. Plus physical damage. That's amazing for a physical damage character. And then the Mark 6 adds 6 speed. 6 speed. The
Always
Mark
need more
3s add
speed.
like 3 speed. So the thermal detonators are dope. Yikes.
When in doubt, without your speed mods, keep gearing.
Oh man, look at that. 3161. Yeah, that's one of those pieces we're talking about. Oh man, I don't want to. These are hard. I can do one of these.
Where do I spend the energy?
I guess we'll go for stun cuts,
Or
but I think
stun
they're all
cuts.
light side too. Light. No, okay, we have some
Here.
dark. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I'm always glad when they have that too, so I don't have to actually spend more energy for a ship shard that I don't need or
Wow, there's 50% drop rate.
something. Not something I see too often, but thank goodness it's not a live stream. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened, right?
Oh, it always happens for me. Psh, always. Yeah. I
It
never.
always happens 50%
I
of the
never,
time.
never, always, never. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anytime you hear those words, you know people are lying. You're like, bah, liar. Always and never, always and never. You can't use those words. Those are lies. All right.
Lies. You sit on a seat of lies.
You're a liar. Oh, didn't a credit heist drop today?
Hold on one second. Let me get on my phone.
I've been saving credits for days.
So glad they started doing these more often because it seemed like you're only getting these like what, once a month, once every few weeks.
Yeah, there's my Han Solo team. I wish they let us go in with one character. They make you go in with characters. I'm like, boo.
Yeah.
I don't want my characters going in. I want
If
Han
I complete
Solo.
it with one character, shouldn't that be an automatic 10 million? Come on.
His name is Solo. I
Yeah.
want him to solo, like the red cup that we use for. No, I'm just kidding.
That we use for terrible, terrible songs. Oh wait.
Let's.
You do an all Han team.
Yeah, let's give a little defense. CHS.
Bring in some veteran help. You know, gotta have
Yeah.
that experience.
Veterans. Everybody's talking about how the vets suck. Dude, I've got them 7-star Gear 11, no Omegas, and they are rock stars in Territory Wars. I go into a Territory War team, and there's like 3 characters left, and they're primed up with the turn meter and all that kind of stuff, and I can bring in those 2 guys. They do daze. They do ability block. They do stun. They do multiple stuns. Like, what more mechanics do you need for Territory Wars? Dazing and stunning, like that, you desperately need that. And these guys are like, I can do it. Plus, they get stacking damage. So they get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I mean, you can get Chewie Man to hit for like 40, 50, 60 grand, kind of like Zeb with his Zeta, but you don't have to have a Zeta. So for anyone dogging on these guys, you don't know. No, I'm just
Lay out
kidding.
my characters, man. They're my boys.
No, you know what? They never got their fair due. I actually feel bad for them. They came in,
Yeah,
and
they
I
had a
put
couple
up,
of times they're about to reach that precipice and then kind of got knocked back down.
well,
by
they
a few
got
new
just
characters.
thrown in for Jedi Training Rey,
Yeah.
and then everybody was like, "Oh, they're just needed for Jedi Training Rey." So nobody really developed them, and then everybody moved past them, and everybody was like, "Ah, they sucked." And maxed out with Omegas and all the good stuff, like they're 2 super freaking awesome characters. They gave them like every debuff you need to be successful in territory battles and wars. And they're necessary for Jedi Training Rey. So if you're going to throw all that energy into a character, it's like, doesn't it feel wasted? If you put all that energy into a character so you can get another character, and then you're like, all that energy, never mind, we're going to go over here. Like, for me, it just didn't feel good. It felt dirty.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm putting all this energy into them, screw it, I'm going all the way. I am going to develop them and make them an awesome team. And
Ran
they
this far,
are
might as well run a bit farther.
they are part of my free-to-play farming guide. I actually suggest in my free-to-play farming guide the top third characters you should, at a minimum. By the way, the farming guide is a minimum. It's not everybody you're going to farm. You'll eventually farm everyone, but you know, it's the top third that make it
Eventually
most
hope to
efficiently.
farm everyone.
Yeah. It's the one that you get most, you get through it most efficiently, and that's what I'm looking for is efficiency. Whap. Bow.
Actually, the veterans were part of my scoundrel team for these challenges for quite a while until I started to get like Raid Han and a few other guys that moved above them pretty quickly. But same situation for me, where they were viable for me in that situation until it got to the point where the challenge was actually pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. He can use this every 3 turns. It's kind of cool. Can I try that? It deals damage to all enemies, so it's an AoE damage dealer, and it stuns the primary target. That's a stun. And then he's got his basic, which deals damage with a 50% chance to attack again. The chance is doubled if the target's debuffed. So it's a 100% chance to shoot again. So even if this basic didn't do any real damage, he gets to hit twice, but 48 and 46. So that's 10k almost on his basic. That's not bad. And I don't have these guys modded well at all. I just have what was left over tossed on them for storage. So
well, and Chewie's crossbow actually needs a special mention because it's up to right now it's the only blaster to actually land a shot on Kylo Ren.
Yeah. And like this one, it dispels all buffs on the target. So if they were buffing themselves, which in territory battles, you saw the territory battles, like everybody's like boom, 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 and putting all the buffs up. He just like take them away. Also, he stuns them. He brings in a stun as well. That is awesome. And an 85% chance to inflict speed down on all enemies. So he speeds the opponents down, debuffs, takes away the buffs from one of the characters, and stuns them in the process. So if it's an elite, he's just like, pow, takes their buffs, stuns them, and everybody else potentially gets speed down. Dude, that is an amazing, an amazing
almost
ability.
Need to rename it the please, you know?
I know. And then, of course, his basic has an 80% chance to inflict daze. Like, daze is a really good debuff. And it will deal physical damage. So let's try and daze this guy.
Did you say daze is like one of the most important abilities in the game?
It's one of, especially for territory battles. I'm just having some fun. So
always good when you can shut somebody down for a little bit.
Pop.
You know, put them in the corner, let them think about what they've done for a little bit, then come back to them later, knock them out.
You done messed up, Ron. I bet if I modded him well, he would probably do some decent damage. But obviously, old man Han just I don't have good mods on him.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take out.
He's got a lot on his mind. You know, he knows he's about ready to be murdered by his own son. You know, he's not really in the game all the way.
All right. Pew. Watch this. Whop. Boom! Got speed down on someone else. Again, it goes through potency tenacity checks. So this is the longest I've ever spent attacking the polices. The police. The policia. Oh, there was a 7k crit, which he's not, again, modded for anything. Whap.
Still pulling out awesomeness,
Yep.
even without being
There's
modded.
9,200. But their offense and stuff stacks and gets better and better. Ooh, I just hit the mic. It gets better and better. 2.5 million. You know, anytime I see a 2.5 million, I get excited because there is something worse. There is something worse.
Something worse than 2.5.
So you don't talk bad about 2.5
Welcome to my norm. two challenges, 2.5 each time. I don't usually go above or below that ever.
So for the record, that's 95% of the norm.
Almost
That's
never.
what 95% of the time happens to everyone. You have you're rarely going to get the 1.5. It happens, but you shouldn't get that very often. And then you're like almost never going to get the 5 million or 10 million. Those happen rarely. I've gotten 5 million twice in 2 years, and I've gotten 10 million 3 times. And one time I got 10 million in the same freaking time. I got 10 million and I was like, I skipped and I was like, wait, stop. And I looked and I was like, 10 million, woo! And then I played again and got another 10 million and I was like, I gotta quit. This is it. I gotta quit. I can't play this anymore. My luck has run out. You know, I've used it all on this one time.
You can rest assured, the day that I actually hit 10 million on that, I'll be screenshotting it and you'll get a text.
I know, right? A lot of people
finally
wonder why I
happened.
don't sim these, and you know what? Sometimes I have fun.
Well, if you're like me, you're a control freak, because, you know, I can do it better than the computer, so.
Well, on auto, it doesn't matter. I mean, the computer could mess it up, and I still win. I'm just having fun, right? This is fun.
I don't know.
I like shooting this Coruscant Underworld. By the way, Han Solo has terrible gun practices. Terrible gun practices. Watch how he like swings his gun around like wow, and it's like, dude, forward focus. Come on, get it up, get it down, get it up, get it up. And he's
obviously he didn't take a gun safety.
Yeah, and if he was to the
Look at that,
left,
finger's probably still no.
oh, his finger's on the trigger right
He's on
now.
the trigger right now?
Oh, his finger's on the trigger.
Yeah.
Yep. He doesn't know he doesn't know gun safety rules, man.
Yeah.
Whap! But he swings that bad
Get your
boy.
booger fork off the bang switch. Come on.
Well, let's daze him. Pow! Put some of that up. A little of that up.
Give everybody a little swag.
Pew!
There you go.
73, 71. That's 14k. That's not bad for trash mods, honestly.
Mhm.
And of course, in territory
say trash
battles, it
mods.
gives them a chance to like stack that offense and get stronger and stronger and stronger. It's not really the case in something simple and small like this.
Oh, they threw 5 at you this time. See, they can tell when they're starting to get to a point where they're just gonna walk
That's
right
what I'm
through.
talking
Here's
about.
a few more.
Did you see that? I used Chewie's special. It stunned. It debuffed the primary, which there was nothing to debuff. It stunned the primary, and then it put speed down on everybody. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're not taking a turn. Stop. You're not taking a turn.
Take 5, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that is a perfect case scenario, but that's what he does. So for all you hating on him, stop. Boom. Let's get rid of him.
Against your
Bam, in
argument,
the face.
and we're done.
Watch him swing his gun. Let's do this slow-mo. Watch
Yeah.
this. Watch this. Yeah.
Actually, slowing it down did show that he did actually bring it up right. I always assumed that he was just throwing it from the hip and shooting sideways. So at least that did kind of clear up a little bit of confusion for me on that one.
He throws it the same way. He kind of brings it up, but no, he swings it, man.
Like a quick draw, but he dips his shoulder first.
Here it goes,
so
here it
that's not a
goes.
good thing because then you can actually let the opponent know what you're about to do.
Yeah, watch. He totally. Let's check it out. Okay. What are you doing? Wham! That was awesome.
Oh.
Someone says you get better credits with not getting hit. That's not true. I have soloed this with not getting hit a single time and not gotten better awards. It's truly, genuinely 100% RNG. The time I got 210 million, I was just having fun and took in my lowest level team I could possibly take in and just playing around. So people could say, well, if you take your lowest team in, they'll reward you. It's all random. It is truly,
It just happened to work out that
truly
particular
just
time.
random. Yeah.
I've had plenty of times I've ended with just my Boba Fett back and forth. You know, he gets killed, I kill somebody else, he gets the buff back over his head, he gets killed again, kind of bounce back and forth till I wipe them all out, and hey, what do you know? 5 million.
Yeah. I've got my 600 in. That's good. Galactic War Nodes happens soon. That happens in like a half hour. Events, I think we're done because this happens tomorrow and that happens the next day.
Yeah.
I can't do Galactic War yet because I've got to wait until it resets. Let's see.
All about timing.
We got mods. I've been trying to get crit damage, but sadly, I don't get anything quality. Come on, quality. There's a crappy white arrow health. I only say, oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Speed. 5 speed arrow with crit damage, and it's going to roll protection and or tenacity twice.
See, look at that. EA, I'm telling you, gift option. I need some of this stuff.
Yeah, that's the first one I've gotten. That's trash, too. That's sad when that's trash, but... Oh, I've got 10,000 sim tickets. Do you need any of those?
No, actually, I'm sitting pretty good on those myself, too.
All
Surprisingly enough.
Rank 14? No! All right. Wow, I bet you Haranalump has better mods than me. Let's look. Let's see what his... Oh, shoot.
Let's dissect this team real quick.
Let's see.
Scalpel.
Oh, no, his Darth Vader's slower.
Huh.
Nah, that's nice. You know, that's really sad. Every major meta team that's come out, it's always been like, who has the faster X? Like, who has the faster, Poe Dameron? Who has the faster Jawa Engineer? Who has the faster Sith Assassin? Who has the faster, BB-8? Or, who has the faster X, Y, or Z? In this new meta with Emperor Palpatine, it bottom line comes down to, sadly, who has the faster Darth Vader, because whoever gets the Darth Vader up gets to immediately Culling Blade, and then he gets extra turn meter for the team, and then the team gets to kind of start rolling first. Whatever team starts that roll first statistically wins. You can still lose, but statistically wins.
At that point, the odds are ever in your favor.
Someone's asking when we get a sim the Galactic War. I think all of the other features that they talked about that aren't in the game yet are coming today, because today is actually the update day. Yesterday was a manual thing you could go in and download and you get some of it. But today they're actually going to, I believe, could be wrong, they're going to force push the update on everybody, and everyone's going to have to update, and all features are going to be available, and that includes multi-simming of Galactic War, which will be good. Hopefully that happens tonight, because then I can go beep beep and be done.
Yeah.
So
for all the times that I don't feel like throwing a team in there to try out or try a new theory of some kind, it would just be perfect just to hit that sim button and be like, all right, got 2 minutes before everything refreshes. Quick.
Now I cannot wait to replace General Kenobi with Scion. And I cannot wait to replace Thrawn with Sith Trooper and have a double tank situation in the back and protect Emperor Palpatine, Nihilus, and Vader. It's going to be awesome.
Double tank teams are always my kryptonite in Arena.
Jacob asked if I ever thought about doing videos with Arnold, and yes, the only day that I normally have available is Wednesday morning, and that is currently the only morning that he's basically not available. And so it's just been difficult because when I'm available, he's unavailable, and vice versa. He does his videos with Mobile Gamer on Wednesday or Thursday mornings. And so those are the times, like if I was going to jam something in, those are the times I would jam something in. So not doing videos with other people isn't a thing that I'm not, it's not like I don't play well with others or something crazy. It's timing, especially because of my schedule more than theirs. My schedule is way more.
The want is there, the ability is not.
Yeah. But for now, this is the best, in my opinion, the best meta team if you're going to use Emperor Palpatine. And I was using Rey for a couple months, and I love her, and I can pull her back out. But I figured I would embrace this and try to play it and see how it works, and just kind of see my first couple of weeks of playing this team. I was just like, bleh. But, you know.
Got to roll with the changes, right?
Yeah.
Keep on rolling. Oh.
Hey, that's good, dude. We should record your next album. Professional.
Oh, the next professional album? Oh,
all right,
well,
see,
I know you guys are all waiting for that
Vader,
one to come out.
my Vader's faster, so my Vader gets to go first, so I get to drop all these debuffs. By the way, if they cleanse them, it just gives me turn meter. Of course, he taunts. Oh, we're in 1 speed. Let's get out of that. And now we can...
I thought it was just my lack of coffee. Huh?
Yeah, now we can Culling Blade. It's not efficient, right? Culling Blade sucks because General Kenobi takes almost no damage. Right. But it gave me a cleanse off of all the debuffs, which gives me more turn meter, which keeps powering my turn meter gain. So, and I'm going to go ahead and fracture him because I need to now be able to target the other 4. And let's try and get a stun off. And I got... 3, but 1 happens to come off pretty quickly. Now I'm going to increase their cooldowns. 5 cooldown increases. By the way, another Zeta that everybody was like, man, not very good. Pass. It's not going to be decent. Is Nihilus's unique, where he gives that health down to everybody every time they take a turn. Dude, that is awesome with the new meta. That is actually like... I wish I had Zetas so I could put that on him, because that really speeds the team up, because that's for like 1 turn, and so it comes off pretty quick and people cleanse it, so it speeds your team up. And health down is just a good debuff. It wasn't so good that I thought a Zeta was worth it, but the constant debuffs being landed is one of those things that for this team works really well. So I'm going to go ahead and...
well, for a lot of Sith teams, it seems like it's always about buffs.
Yeah. I really, really want to get Emperor Palpatine out of here, so I'm going to put Shock. I'm going to go ahead and just kill Emperor Palpatine because I need him out. That's really their best damage dealer.
The Swarm.
And he's done. And now I'm going to go over to their Darth Nihilus, and I'm going to ability block their Darth Nihilus if I can click on him. What the heck?
No, that's a good move.
No, I didn't ability block. And now I'm gonna shock him. I should have done it to Darth Vader. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and give Darth Nihilus another turn. And
there you go, buddy.
My Darth Vader's like, no, not yet. Plop, plop. We'll get rid of...
Nihilus
like, General Kenobi's back. We're going to have to shock him. Let's put that buff over his head. Now he won't taunt.
Oh, here's General Kenobi again. I hate that guy.
Yeah. No!
Who invited him?
I hate that. Darth Nihilus, man, he is a ticking time bomb. For sure. You also want to put great. You also want to put shock over as many people as possible, and you know why, right?
To hopefully land stuns.
No, it will convert to a stun on his special, but no, the reason why is it gives turn meter to Emperor Palpatine. So let's ability block. Dang it. Let's fracture. We'll fracture. Let's fracture their Thrawn. He's such a control character. And then their Emperor Palpatine, or their Darth Nihilus needs to go. Man, I'm having a hard time selecting. Let's shock him again. Bam.
See, everything was working too good for a while. Now it's got to start to work back into, oh, wait, no, finicky, technical problems.
Okay, and so let's go ahead and put we're going to get some, damn it. He cleansed it. I should have tried to get a stun on him. Whatever.
Might almost be good.
I don't even care. I'll start with him. Yeah, this is looking not good for them, for the record. And we'll go ahead and give it to Emperor Palpatine. And let's try and put his shock
No
down.
use in putting on somebody fractured.
Yep. And this is just... I didn't even get to use my Darth Nihilus. Let's put that shock back.
Yeah, for having Nihilus in my arena team, it's pretty rare that I actually get enough cooldowns to be able to do the Annihilate.
Yeah. Bzz. Oh. But look at the team. I mean, I've lost a little protection. It's a pretty solid team, although I am having some fun and taking my time. What I like to do is let Darth
He just wants
Vader...
to kill him slowly.
I love using Darth Vader last. He's like always the guy who finishes it off, and I like to put it down to 1 speed because I want to enjoy the game, right?
So I want the full effect of seeing that lightsaber spin into his face.
Yes. Take this in the face.
Yeah.
Bam.
Actually, I guess he takes in the torso, doesn't he? Never mind.
Take it in the face. I like that. It sounds better. Face. All right, cool.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
I still drop about the same. You know what I mean? Like I still wake up in the teens. I woke up at 14. So, I mean, 14 is... It's easy to climb back to number 1, but still, you know...
Sometimes it takes some time, but it's still possible. Well,
I know. Maven. They can't see it because the chat's behind us.
Ah, yes.
We're blocking the chat.
Somewhere right back here.
Yeah. Welp. All right. I don't know everybody in Fleet as well as I... What? I'm still 6th? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, I suppose I'm all right in ships. Hey, since everyone's on this live stream, before we end it, I'm going to give you a cool little tip. It's not going to make your team like any more overpowered, but he's definitely a top contender ship for your backup.
Little known fact here.
Yeah, for anybody. Let's see, E-Colonel. I want to see if he's got his payout already really quick. Try not to hit anybody.
Mr. Considerate here.
Yeah. What
hey,
is
in some regards, it behooves you to play nice in some ways.
Oh, he's a 1 o'clock. A 1 o'clock is 11 o'clock my time. Yeah, he's had his payout. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, so E-Colonel.
Knock him down.
Yeah, so he's got a maxed out team using the exact same top 5 that I'm using. And a lot of people, if you think of the first backup that's overpowered that everybody likes to use, what's that first backup that everybody uses?
The first backup?
Darkseid does AoE days.
Does AoE days?
Yeah. No, but not the ship, the character. I'm giving you 2 hints. Come on. He's
I'm drawing a big
he's
blank
part of
here.
the new possible meta. He has an S tag and he's got a ship. He's one of the few Sith that have a ship.
Oh.
Oh.
Death Trooper?
Oh no, he's
Damn.
not Sith. That's
Sith.
Trooper's
Oh, wait, that's
Empire.
Empire. I'm thinking Darkseid all the time. Sith Trooper. One of the troopers.
No, that's Empire. So the 2 Sith, right, that everybody uses is Darth Vader in their top 5, and then who's the backup? Yes, everybody's getting it. Scimitar.
I'm setting y'all
and
up
Maul.
here.
So let's go into Scimitar and Maul really quick because Scimitar is a good ship and everyone uses it. I'm going to click on it because I want to show you some stuff on it. So what it does is it provides a false taunt that allows for you to kind of have a little more durability. Now, his basic does not do actually a lot of damage. Oh, look, it says max.
Yeah.
That's new. That's
That
kind of
is
cool,
new.
you know, if it's max or not.
Don't have to waste time clicking on it to sit there and see what you have left.
So, and the stealth mechanism is cool because it forces somebody to hit, somebody else. But all in all, it's a false taunt. It's basically kind of like the R2-D2 of ships, right? So, but look at his stats. This guy's maxed out. And I've got 105,000 health and protection. So he's pretty durable. But look at the speed, okay? What's the speed of that sad guy? He's by your head. What's the speed?
Speed. Oh, let me give you.
There you go. I put it over. Yeah.
Sitting even at 200, huh?
147 speed. That's atrocious in arena, just for the record. And so I want to suggest to you an alternative.
Oh, yeah.
Da da da.
We were talking about this the other day.
Koon. Now, not only is Plo Koon and his ship not used, underutilized, and not very popular.
And not just a hard name to say.
Yeah. The R2 of ships. Yep, that's my saying. I like to say that Darth Maul's the R2 of ships. But so first off, you have to say, Is the pilot worth it? Because if you're like, pilot's not worth it, then the ship's not worth it, right? If you're not going to use Ahsoka Tano, then you might not want to use her ship, because you got to develop the pilot. So if you're going all in on a pilot, you got to go in all in the ship, or vice versa. So first off, let's take a quick look at Plo Koon, because I want people to understand why he is so specialized but awesome. So Plo Koon, aside from the fact that he just looks cool and he was a really cool cat in Clone Wars, he has some pretty cool abilities. His basic dispels a random positive status effect on who he's hitting, with a 50% chance to dispel all positive status effects. So basically, he dispels on his basic. A dispelling on a basic should remind you of someone called Sunfac. So if you think about Sunfac, he dispels on his basic. This guy kind of does the same thing. It also says if an effect is dispelled, which is probably going to happen, he gains defense up for 3 turns. So he gets really durable as he dispels the opponents. So that's kind of cool. His first special deals special damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE. He hits everyone. And it has a 70% chance to inflict offense down. Now, this is kind of like the new Special Forces TIE Fighter for the First Order team, and a few other characters that have like the offense down, like Sith Marauder does offense down. It's a good way of neutering the offensive capability of your opponent. Put offense down on Han Solo and watch his pathetic hits. It's really cool. My ask on this is they change it from 70% to 100%, because there's no reason he's not being used. Boost him up a bit. Take Charge is his second special. You can use it every 4 turns. All allies get defense up. So you could use this in any team. And clone and Jedi allies gain turn meter, and other allies gain half that amount. Hold up. He uses this ability and he gives everybody 25% turn meter. He's a turn meter gain specialist. He's like boom, 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 speeds the team up. And if you're using him with like Barriss Offee, General Kenobi, the Fives team where you have Fives who taunts, and you got General Kenobi as the lead, and you got Barriss Offee, that super durable team. Use him in there, and he's going to speed the whole team up every time he uses this 50% turn meter. Turn meter manipulators in Arena are awesome. And his leadership ability, which nobody uses, but it's pretty dope, is each ally, and that includes himself, so all 5 of your people, every time they go, they have a 55% chance to remove stealth from every enemy on the board. Basically half. If everyone's stealthed under R2-D2, each person, it's going to roll a 55% chance, and he's going to start to dispel multiple, and every character you have does this. So basically it strips them of their stealth and keeps stealth off. And it says if they dispel any enemies, they gain offense up. So it puts a permanent inability for the opposing team to go into stealth mode, and it gives you basically permanent offense up. It's a pretty dope stat, and with his speed capability, it's pretty awesome. He doesn't get a ton of use, but you could use this for PvE a lot. So for certain teams, he would be a really great PvE. But anyway, long story short, he's pretty cool. Not quite powerful enough for Arena, so he just sits on a shelf, but he's got some uses, and I'm hoping, please, Capital Games, give him a rework. Give all the Jedi that are old, like Mace Windu, a rework, because you want to make these guys viable.
He'd make me happy.
Yes. Now let's go back to the ship.
So basically what you're saying, in some regard, Plo Koon's kind of like the Oprah of Star Wars. You get turn meter, and you get turn meter, you get turn meter. Yeah. So now his ship mirrors him, right? Just like everything else. And so on his basic, he deals damage to a target enemy with a 70% chance to gain speed up. Speed up in ships is a big deal. Also, if the person you hit's target locked, which if you're in a target locked team, which I'm doing, they're target locked, he grants it to another random ally for 2 turns as well. So he gets speed up and he gives it to another person. He shoots again, he gets speed up, and another person gets speed up. And next thing you know, your whole team is littered with speed up. Now, where are you going to get your competitive edge in Arena for ships if you don't have this? It's just something to think about. He also has an ability where any target ally can taunt for 2 turns. That includes himself. He could taunt or he could give it to anyone. So this is kind of like that false taunt with this dispel, but this is actually a real taunt. And it says if they're a Republic, it dispels buffs and gives them protection up. Who cares about the Republic? Just know that he gives taunt. So instead of having a need for a false taunt, you get a real taunt. But this is what's really cool. He brings this in.
is his ability, Inspiring Charge. And of course, I have it at 6, but eventually we're going to get Omegas and I'll be able to get this maxed out. But for now, all allies gain 35% turn meter. That's all the ships. All the ships you've got, you hit this and they all get 35% turn meter. They all get to go again because it's probably going to put them over the edge. And then
you got Plo Koon on your team. Quick, look under your seat.
Yeah, and then clones get tenacity up and Jedis get protection recharge. So both of those, again, you'd have to use them in a Republic fleet to really see his full potential. But in this ship, basically he gives himself speed up, another speed up, and he gives turn meter, and he's able to taunt himself or someone else. Just kind of like the false taunt with him. But this is where the kicker is. This is the kicker, guys. Check this out. His health and protection are 106,000. So he's a little bit tankier. And look at that speed.
Huh.
Instead of 157, it's 180. So he's basically a direct replacement to the Scimitar, and he's better in basically every way than the Scimitar is. The only thing Scimitar brings is that retribution, which is pretty dope. But so just something to think about. It's not going to make your team 1,000 times better, but if you're lower on the totem pole, this is one of those ships that actually does give you a slight competitive advantage. For me, with everyone maxed out, it really doesn't, because everybody's maxed out. So then it comes down to
missing piece to some people's teams.
Well, it comes to RNG, right? Bottom line, these battles drop down
as
to
all
RNG.
things in this game really does. But
except for it's more critical in the top 5, whereas if you're out of the top 5 in the top 100 or top 500, RNG becomes less of a factor. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit First Order TIE Pilot, and the reason for this is he has some of the lowest tenacity natural of all the ships, and so there's a good chance of this actually, oh look, they're doing the tank raid and I'm on a live stream. Too bad. I'm like chatting it up. I'm going to hit him and hopefully get target lock. Oh, wow. We've got this slowed way down. I didn't get target lock because that's my luck. By the way, every time I do a battle, it's like I never get what I want. Let's do a basic to try and get target lock twice. And I got it on him. I'm also now, this is critical. When you go, a lot of people think, oh, Darth Vader, I'm going to shoot and I'm going to get more target lock and I'm going to get more protection back on my bigs. Yeah, that's right. That's good analysis. Not important enough, though. The other ability that's flashing actually ability blocks bigs, which is important because if you don't ability block their bigs, they're going to do a double attack on your characters and wipe one of your characters out, and you can't have that, especially when you're high end. So I'm going to go ahead and ability block him, which it didn't apply because my freaking luck is terrible in ships. I'm going to do my multi-attack now.
I knew you were talking about it, so it's like, no, I can't let this play out.
Yep. And so this sucks. I'm going to go ahead and take his taunt away. And I've got to get back. Dang it. Bam. Shoot. Look at how much damage that did. This happens every time, too. And I'm playing this out perfectly, by the way. Sadly. We're going to go ahead and bring in... I'm going to bring in Plo Koon. And I am going to do what? Watch the speed up. He provides for himself and another... He gave himself and Biggs speed up. Let's take out their Biggs. Come on. And now we got to go back to their TIE Fighter. He does a ton of damage. Oh, I knew they were going to do that. That's okay.
Case in point.
Let's put offense down. Or not. Let's give everybody turn meter. Whoop!
Let's just assume for a second people's abilities are actually going to work.
Now their damage dealer's gone. Now I can focus my efforts on their TIE Reaper, because their TIE Reaper is the problem. It's equalizing the amount of turn meter reduction we're getting. And he's target locked, so watch the speed up possibility I give to my team. Boom! I got speed up, Plo Koon got speed up, and he gave the speed up to the TIE Reaper. Do you guys not see the value of speed up, plus 25% speed? Like, come on, let's do this, bam. I didn't get my offense down. Why am I not getting my offense down? All right, let's just use this explosion. Their explosion decimated my team, by the way. Boom! And nothing. Yeah, that sucks. He had defense
and that one
up,
put
though.
some scratches on the paint.
I know, right? Boom. Okay. Oh, and now I'm going to do Imperial TIE Fighter because Darth Vader can't be evaded and or resisted. It gets the target lock. Yay. And he missed. That's good. Let's try and get speed up with Plo's ship. Boom! I got it again. And he actually hit. Yay! This is working out pretty good for me. boy, we could do whatever we want. We don't even have to bring in any
How
backup.
do I want to finish this ship off?
I know, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Plo kill him because Plo is the man.
He's
Boom!
the MVP of this fight.
That was 46,000 damage that Plo hit for. So it's not even like he does terrible damage either. He actually hits for more damage than Darth Maul. I'm wondering how many people are watching that are now like, by the way, I have a video literally going to come out on this exact topic because only about 6,000 people watch my live streams because they're long and you got to really like suffer through the annoyingness.
We get so wordy.
Yeah, we get so wordy. So I'll do a video of about, about 6 to 10 minutes explaining the very thing I just explained, or I might even just take this video, download it and hack that section of the battle out and just put it on its own video so people can kind of see that. Because there's a lot of people out there
with ADD, got to try and bring it down to your attention span.
a potato, by the way, that's a troll name, a potato. That's so awesome. I love it. Says, now it's time to get Plo in his ship. So that's my thing, is just to I love teaching something uniquely different than something maybe that you've ever seen before or experienced, or maybe you didn't look at it in a certain light. That's kind of my goal as a YouTuber, is just get you to rethink some things. And I'm excited about the new characters because we're going to spend a ton of time really analyzing and in-depth. And the videos I bring out initially are always, in my opinion, way subpar to my videos after I have the character on my real account and get to actually use him in the way that I can use him. And so, it's just one of those things you get 2 hours, record, do it. I do my best. And then as soon as we put the videos out, of course, we learn so much more about the characters. And so I'm excited about learning myself. And so then I can share that knowledge with everybody else. So pretty cool. Side note, did you see there's a guy who built a spreadsheet for, this dude's dope, man. I love this guy. I'm going to have to buy him a coffee. Built a massive spreadsheet for my free-to-play farming guide.
Oh, really?
So people can download his spreadsheet. It's in the comments section of my newest updated free-to-play farming guide. And you click on the Google Doc and it downloads the Google Doc for you. And you can track through pillar 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he made 2 changes because he felt like first order officer had to be in there. That's okay. That's okay. I said this is a minimum.
Opinion.
This is a minimum. Minimum means these are the minimalistic things you do.
It's
this
a starting point. Here's
yes,
your jump off.
This is what you focus on for 4 pillars. If you want to add to the pillars things you want to focus on, then go for it. Add to the pillars. If you want to rearrange some stuff. This isn't like Warrior said it, it's gospel, you've got to do it exactly this way. This is Warrior saying this is the most hyper efficient list ever created, and then you can do with it what you want. But this
and it
Google
goes to show
Doc,
that there's not just one way to do everything. Obviously this game's got more facets to it, so it can show you kind of another avenue of hey, you didn't think about this guy that could give you similar help than this one character if you're not built up to that point yet.
yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, he's got this Google Doc. It's under the comments section. You're going to have to go dig for it. I was going to make videos on all the pillars, on where to farm all these guys. But his document tells you where to farm all the guys and where to get them all and where's most efficient. He took my information and went crazy hog wild to the next level, which was what I was going to do in those in-depth videos. And now he's spoon feeding you, get this character here, get that character here, get this character here. And it's he said everything on your guide was right on except for 2 characters that we added. He has Mace added, I think, on there, and then he also had first order officer added on there, and he's like, those were the 2 you had to actually add in. And he's right, those were characters that for sure, I mean, if you're using first order for first order, you want the first order officer. My guide doesn't expect you to play first order except for in territory wars and battles. And so because of that, you don't actually have to have first order officer. I never use first order officer. But if you were going to go arena, or you want a really powerful team for the heroic AAT, yeah, you got to have the officer in there. That's kind of the big deal. So my guide was more a generalized thing, but it's funny. Command 47 says now everybody's going to be going for Plo Koon. And you know what? I don't think so. Plo Koon still needs a rework individually. Who wants to take a character that is not really usable in arena up to gear 12?
But if you're bored and looking for something else to do, man.
Yeah, but his ship, I'm telling you, his ship is genuinely a top 10 ship, if not in the top 7 for best ships in the entire game, hands down. And you guys got to experience that and see that. It really gives you the edge. It really helps kind of level out the RNG. Helps you with, you saw how bad my RNG was. Like target lock wasn't landing half the time. It's like, come on.
When it stacks against you, here levels
I know, but so that's why I use that, because Plo Koon really kind of levels that playing field. But is everybody going to start farming it? I don't think so. But the 6,000 that are watching or going to be watching this video will definitely have insider info and will be able to figure out for themselves if that's a route they want to take. And if you're top 200, Plo Koon can actually take you into the top 100. That is a ship that will make a difference. Were you aware of his speed up abilities?
Nope. Not
With the turn meter gain and his target lock, he gets him. And it's 70% of the time he gets speed up and the other person gets speed up. It happens every time. Like that's RNG that actually I count on, and it always seems to trigger. It's amazing. It's like I can count on Plo. He's like reliable. I don't know what the 70% is because it never doesn't trigger for me. Whereas my target lock, that's 70% of the time with the Imperial TIE Fighter, it doesn't ever log. It's like Bert miss, Bert miss, Bert.
There's always a possibility for that not to be the case, but if you can rely on it majority of the time, it makes you feel a little better.
So, someone asked, Jacob asked, the Jacob again. He asked, am I going to get Scion? Yes. Are you kidding me? Yes. I have massive regret with Sith Marauder. I have massive regret.
Remorse.
I told everyone, don't get Sith Marauder. Don't get Sith Marauder yet. Let us wait. We have 3 weeks. Let's see how he works. Let's see how he does that. I told everyone to wait.
Let a few other people take
but
that bullet first.
Yeah, but I like knew that like this whole Sith thing was happening. And so, everybody's like, you have an advantage. You know stuff before we do. And it's like, that's a disadvantage at times because I knew the Sith stuff was coming out. So I wasted $200 on Sith Marauder, and he's not going to be a piece of this puzzle at all that I can see. And I tried, by the way, in some of my videos, I tried when we were on the trip to make him work, and I kept losing with him in the team. And I'm like, So I wish,
Singular mashups. Why not?
I know. I wish I had not gone in on him, and I wish I had taken my own advice. I told everyone don't do it, and then I did it. So Warrior should have taken Warrior's advice, and then I wish that money would be going to Scion. Unfortunately, now I'm going to be spending a little bit of money on Scion. I'm hoping that I get some good RNG on the drops. I've never had good RNG on the drops. It always costs a few $100, so we'll see.
Maybe this time will be different.
Yep. Let's see. I bought him and burned the fingers. You burned your fingers? Wow, that's a weird story. Jared says, thanks for the backstory on Crazy's channel. It's always comforting knowing who others had back issues. Yeah, I have more than back issues. I've got neck issues, back issues, hip issues, headache issues. I get massive migraines. I deal with that. So there's a lot that happens in the background. Everybody looks and goes, oh, he's a decent shape. I'm like, getting out of bed, like,
looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, they have no idea.
I got hereditary back problems to look forward to probably in my 40s, which isn't too far off. So we'll see how all that pans out.
Oh, crap. Hey, they're doing Heroic AT, and like, what the heck? I'm not involved. I got to get over there.
Come on, you guys.
So
wait up.
you guys want to watch me do the tank takedown? You guys want me to go in there and play a team, and you guys can actively criticize me at the same time? Come on.
Do that
if I get some people commenting saying, do it, I will do it. Jack the Ripper, 1888. Man, everybody's kicking major butt. Go. No, do it. Do it. All right, cool.
There's enough do it's only one no. Sorry.
I know.
Majority rules. Just like O'Doyle.
Yeah, O'Doyle rules. Dang it. Who should I use? I really like Resistance Trooper better. See if I can find my Resistance Trooper or Han Solo. I guess I could use Han Solo.
Where is that bulbous helmet?
The problem with
Where is that obscure character?
Han Solo or Resistance Trooper gets so many extra turns. I really like him better. I'm gonna waste too much time looking for him though.
Well, he's a damage dealer, but does he mark up or does he match up to Han Solo at all as far as damage?
Yeah, so damage wise, he basically does match up to Han Solo in the raid. The other thing he does is he continues to apply the expose, which Han Solo doesn't, and you want that expose to keep going. And boy, I'm wasting a lot of time finding him. I know I should have this team done. Hey, DBZ Master, he's Tim. That's my first patron ever. He finally made it to a live stream. Hey! Yay! All right. So this is a pretty dope team. All right. Oh, you know what? My BB-8 has like, I think I took all my mods off for Darth Vader.
Well, this will be a true test of his metal, won't it?
Oh, shoot. Oh, I can't believe I did that.
We're about to see what it'll do.
No, I took them off for because BB-8 had my fastest mods at like 120 plus speed, and I put it on Darth Vader for arena. Oh man, sucks.
Oh.
See, he's not going first. Oh my gosh, I'm so screwed. Oh man.
But will it pan out?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get this off too.
If not, then you just take this and then
this is
suddenly
terrible.
Say, will it blend?
This is
blend
terrible. All right. Let's go ahead and turn meter reduce, and let's get rid of his turn meter again. Turn meter control is super important in this battle. Oh, come on. What's the clicking? Technically, you can solo this with this team, but
You just got a $2 bone. Shout out to Warrior and his slow modless BB.
Yeah, Teals, $2. Yeah, whoop whoop. You guys gotta watch me fail now because I freaking took my mods off and BB-8's
$2 are gonna go right to mods.
He's
somehow,
under
inadvertently in an indirect way.
So did you see his turn meter got reduced because of the exposes?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, watch his turn meter bar because of the exposes. I don't really want to pop the exposes, but hopefully I can reapply exposes, and I got to start dealing with these ad robots, which he does great. R2 does a really good job of, there we go, we got 2. And
knocked his turn meter down to
yeah, man. All right, we're gonna do basic. We're gonna keep stealth in her, and we'll get rid of some of his turn meter. And they have exposes, and you see their turn meter bars go down when you do that. So expose is a good turn meter reduction technique in this particular thing. And burn, and this should really help with all the other characters. Take them down. We're just focused on the main guy. That's all I care about, because the main guy is who we gotta like turn meter manipulate. Oh, good.
The only one that counts for damage
Force
points.
Lafort says you're supposed to use his special every time, and you're right. You're actually right, because under RJT he applies expose on his special. What the hell was I thinking? This is like the 4th time I've played the raid in like 2 months, so forgive me. You're right. And normally I do use other characters.
Even Teals had a good one for that one.
Yeah.
You will not live this moment down.
No, I will not. Thoughts on Wampinator? Wampinator's the team I'm going for, you guys. So that's the team I would highly suggest everybody else go for. Wampinator's dope. Yeah, I can't believe it. I am an idiot. I didn't even look at my mods. Damn. This is gonna be a struggle. See, watch.
You don't drop.
The exposes prevent them from taking turns, and eventually the burn kills them. So really all you're worried about is just the B2 rocket trooper and making him not have a turn. And it's kind of hard to get it going, but once you get his turn meter reduction going, you can really do a good job.
Gotta get that rhythm going.
Kind of, yeah. So like she has turn meter reduction. We're gonna hold that off. We're gonna do more expose. Keep going with BB-8. The exposes are reducing his turn meter special. Whap, 31k. See, that's good. That's really good. We'll burn. This will kill everybody once we get all the ads gone.
At least 0.3% on his damage.
Whap, and he lost his turn right there. More expose. We'll do. She has her wipe, which will remove his turn meter. I'm not going to use that until I need it. Expose. Dang it, he's about to take a turn. Come on. Okay, here it is. See, now I kept it, and there we go. That's a little turn meter reduction.
Yeah.
His basic will remove some. Dang it, he gets to take another turn.
I'd say I gave you 2 extra turns, I guess.
Yeah, the expose should help. There you go. Expose. And we'll whap. CLS needs his special. Come on, CLS. Nah. Okay, whatever.
Uh-oh. Teals is already working on a meme.
Oh, no.
I can picture it now.
No, Teals will work on a meme. I know it. Yeah. Everybody's like, you suck. I do. We're going to keep hers. We're going to burn everybody.
Just to show you what happens when people place you on a pedestal, right? Just so far to fall.
Oh, I've told everybody, like, I know what I'm doing in the raids, sort of, and I have the teams that are pretty good, but I don't pretend to be a heroic AAT expert.
Right.
I do well, but I don't, I don't pretend to be the guy that's like, hey, I soloed the raid with 48 million damage. Like, that's just not me.
That's just not my wheelhouse. It's not what I'm about.
Well, I'd love for it to be that's what I'm about, but you got to play it to understand it. And I get to play it like, shoot, this is the first time in like 2 months. Last time I got to play it was, I think, on another live stream.
Well, and I make my attempt at it. I log my 600,000 to 700,000 damage.
That's true. There we go. Let's wipe and take some of his turn meter away. Yeah, really, man, turn meter reduction is important to get through here, but big damage is also really important. Because of my mess ups, I might not get through this phase. I'm only at 85%. I should be at 65% by now.
Oh,
I'm 20% behind. Yeah.
Come from behind for the win.
And I need my CLS faster. I only have him at like 230, I think, or some crazy crap. So yeah, the ads are always taken care of.
It's an unfortunate case in point about speed, speed and mods.
Yeah,
you don't have them.
Speed is like the end all. Let's wipe some of that away. It reduced it. It's really all about timing, and man, I tell you, that's where playing it, you master the art of like timing, and that's where I need like CLS and making sure that damn it, come on CLS, look at how slow CLS is going. I don't know, something's wrong with his mods too almost, because he has his special and he's not been able to take his special. See, there it is, but now I don't need it. Dang it, I didn't mean to hit that. I'm at 80%. This is terrible.
Man, 47, that's pretty funny. Good luck with your future, right, Spaceman?
Questions, good luck. Yep. Good luck with my modless BB-8. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe. Well, you know what? That's what I get. See, his basic takes away turn meter too, so you really want to use his basic unless you need the full turn meter reduction, which is when he gets near the top. But the problem is my CLS is just slower than dog snot, man. There we go. Hopefully,
thicker than molasses.
Yeah. Hopefully we go. Okay, come on, CLS. Get a turn before him. No! Damn it.
Rah, CLS.
Someone's I just checked. BB-8 is plus 78. Oh my gosh, plus 78. That's good. That's good, Teals, that I have some speed, but it used to be plus 120, so I'm down 42 speed. 42 speed is... Yeah, that sucks. It's making a huge difference in my viability. There we go. See, that you have to wait till you can use that.
Patience, my young apprentice.
I know. He's getting too many turns. I'm letting him have too many turns.
Well, then the computer will have nothing to complain about when you inevitably beat him.
Yeah. It's amazing what a fast BB-8 does to speed the team up. It really is. He's going to take another turn.
I've never in this here team. There is no I in BB-8. Wait, there is.
Yeah. And now he doesn't have it. Oh, but his basic will take a little. Burn, everybody. Burn. Die.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're going to be all right. Because...
I think it's going to pan out.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And that's a counter. But CLS should go... What the heck speed is my CLS at? This is terrible. Doesn't seem like my CLS is going...
What the is going on?
I think Warriors team is lacking turn meter reducers. Yeah. Oh, it actually isn't reduced. All you need is Ray has her special, and then of course the exposes reduced turn meter, and then of course you got CLS who has it on his basic and his special. The problem is timing, to make sure you're timing it right. And people that play this all the time and know their team real well know exactly for their team when they should be hitting, when they shouldn't, using certain abilities and not. And I am struggling to time this correctly for my team, and the fact that I have changed my mods has really hampered because I'm used to a totally different outcome. There I got some of his turn meter reduced. There it reduced again. Basic didn't reduce. Dang it. His basic should have reduced some.
Gotta hope for that slow momentum, you know, just kind of slow.
Man, he's gonna
pick
take
up
another
and then
turn.
eventually.
Dude, halfway through the raid, and I'm only at 70%. This was a complete flop.
Ruh-roh. Guess we just lost video.
So I've only got plus 80. Oh. Pause. Hold on. Keep talking.
Timeout. So speaking of philosophy,
I know, right?
the philosophical reason as to why this battery chose to kill itself at that opportune time. What does that mean? Add your comments below. Change your camera battery, bro. Oh, is that what we need to do? Battery, video. Hi again.
I'll tell you what.
Oh,
Those crappy, cheapy webcams are great because they never need batteries. These like high-end
Good old USB
camcorders,
power, yeah.
the high-end camcorders don't need anything. They just the
they're
camcorders.
prima donnas. They work when they want to.
Well, they require these batteries, and you can't just plug it into the wall for solid power. You've got to have these batteries, and the batteries last for like an hour, apparently, because, yep, that sucks. All
I
right.
was even warning everybody saying low video on the or low battery in the video.
Oh, was
That's
it?
funny.
Built-in excuses. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
then where's all the past comments of us being warned about that? Hey, your
I
battery's
know.
about to die.
I know, nobody helped out. They're like, ha.
They're all like me. They're watching the raid.
Yeah, they're like, wow, well, they probably are happy it went blank. They're like, oh, gosh, get rid of them.
A break from those faces. Oh, they're back.
See, once you can get turn meter reduction going, then it's a little better.
Mm-hmm.
You can start to really rob him of his turn, but she's not taking enough out. She should be taking more than that. Wop,
No,
wop,
she needs to take a few
wop.
cues from Obi-Wan in the hand wave.
Yeah, you know, this is why Han Solo does work for me better than, because I don't need the exposes as much as I need the turn meter reduction, and his turn meter reduction for me is really consistent. And so I do better with Han Solo. But I didn't bring him in. I brought in Resistance Trooper.
See pimples and stuff.
What?
I like you seeing all the pores of my face. Why? Count each individual beard hair. There you go. Something for you to do to actually entertain you.
Pimples. I don't have any of them. But I like the high def. I like the 4K quality. I think it's better than what I was using.
Takes away all the secrets.
Yep.
All the gimmicks. This is me. Exposed.
Yeah, this sucks. You know what? That's all right.
Exposed, unlike these droids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not. Dang it! I used that again. I'm not going to use his turn meter reduction there. I'm going to keep it. I need it. Problem is, I used his special, which I shouldn't have. This is all right. Whatever. Burn.
Gotta pull a special out once in a while.
Yeah, man, this was a very, very. I need the Wampinator team. Of course, then I would have to have a whole hour to play that team, and there's no way I'll have an hour to play.
Great seeing Wampas run there in a few seconds. Bam!
Yeah, Wampa's dope. I like Wampa. See,
Fun to
I'm
watch.
still not using his basic. Oh, it burned them all. They're all dead. There we go. Oh.
Like that last star and that last piece of gear, Wampa is still searching for his arm back in that cave.
Yeah, he is. Manually battling this. I've already lost. There's only 4 turns left. You know what? This is what happens. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Auto battle. Stupid team. Stupid. You're stupid team. That's fine. If I can get to 50%, I'll be happy. Freaking A, dude. I can't believe this.
Like
I have
the
a video.
like the 8-hour mark of a
I have a
Monopoly
video
game.
of this team going like 22 or 24 million that I did. That was like the last time I did the raid. And it does good. This time I'm not even going to get close to that. Not even close to that. Good job, R2. Way to put it on the right person. She's totally using the wrong abilities at the wrong time. This is why you should manual battle. But that's all right. I'm going to get to 50%. That's all I care about.
That's why Otto is kind of throwing the hands up.
My 50% will be better than everybody else's zeros. So there you go. So now I feel better. I'm just making myself feel better.
It's got to be worth at least a few more pieces of worthwhile gear.
Defense down versus armor penetration. Armor penetration is better because it helps your attackers do more genuine damage. Let's see.
It avoids all those.
The team to solo P3 and 4. The one I used had, you can use Thrawn. Thrawn really helps in P3. Or you can use R2, or you can use Resistance Trooper. You got to have higher speeds if you're going to use Resistance Trooper. And I forgot to look at my mod situation because I was in a hurry to jump in here. If your mods aren't so good, you probably want to use Thrawn in place of Resistance Trooper. Ooh, 50%. Yay!
Speaking of Resistance Trooper. Oh!
Yeah, I went over it. Yay. Yeah. Die.
More.
Die,
Faster.
animal boy. Die. Yeah, take away his turn meter. Burn him. Smack him in the face. There you go. Wait. Oh, no. Not CLS. I got to 47%. That's decent. For not for my team. I'm just
He almost
I'm
took a
lying.
cue from his father there.
I'm lying. Sadly, this is terrible. This is really bad for the team. Those were all Gear 12 guys, man.
Ugly duckling.
Confirmation bias, Dave, but yes, I always feel like when I post zeros, I get better rewards than when I actually put in an effort. Oh, that is horrible. That is absolutely, c'est terrible. 6 million. Oh, well. Like I said, that's better than a zero. Let's see how many. See, look, nobody participates. I'm top 10. Yeah.
Thanks for lack of participation.
Lack of participation. I get top 10, suckers. And the raid's over. So this is probably who participated. Only a few people even care. In Scott, he's like, I'll solo the raid.
Yeah.
Everybody
Don't
else,
worry, guys. I got this.
Everybody else is like, I'll do a phase. That's so funny.
That was a hold my beer situation.
But you know what? Ooh, you know what? We have Rancor, I think, coming out as well. I think they got Rancor coming out in an hour.
I'm on Rancor parade. Keep on wondering why my coffee gets warmer and warmer as it's been sitting here for a while. Laptop's kicking out some heat.
Oh, yeah. Laptop's like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm hot.
You want that half of your mug nice and warm? There you go.
It's keeping your cold coffee warm.
Yeah.
Here we go. I wish I could sim Galactic War. Because right now we could do our Galactic War and sim it. But we can't, so we won't. All right, well,
Eventually.
We've hit 2 freaking hours on this live stream. It's been
Time
fun.
flies when you're having
Hopefully
fun.
everybody who watched actually picked up quite a bit of little nuanced information about different things, such as the Plo situation and stuff. Hopefully that's
Making it
helped
rain
everybody.
Info up in here.
Yeah, so anyway, I appreciate all my true fans who come in and hang out with us when we have time. I really enjoyed today hanging out. SureShot, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I love when we have
Glad to be here.
Someone to banter back and forth to. I'm hoping that they get this second part of this update rolled out so that we can sim this and sim some of the other battles. But I have another video of Visa Smar coming out very soon that will show her kind of arena viability and or her strengths and her kits and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that you guys check that out. That'll be very soon. And then very soon, I should have at least the detailed information, maybe not pictures, but detailed information on the raid and kind of what to expect from each phase. Look forward to that video as well. As always, make sure you guys keep your gaming on.
This was SureShot.
Warrior, out.